right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Jasper's Game Week. I have a really wonderful team of people here today for a really fun game. I'm going to go around and get everyone to just quickly introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about themselves. But in the meantime, if you don't know me already, I am Shaun Sunday, and today I am your Dungeon Master. We are going to be playing D&D 5e. We're going to be raising some money for a really great cause with Beyond Blue here today. And I'm going to go clockwise. So let's start with Leia. Introduce yourself to everyone and tell them where you're from.
Hi. So my name is Leia, otherwise known as Sorceress Sundry on Twitter. I'm part of the Split the Party crew. I'm a painter, as you can kind of see from my background here. I paint miniatures and play lots of D&D, and I'm super excited to be here.
Awesome. And Stefan, introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Stefan, better known as the D&D nerd from Twitter and all my other socials, Instagram and all that. I'm from the nation's capital in Canada, Ottawa, Ontario, and I'm really excited to do this.
It's been a long time coming. Stefan and I have
It has. We've been friends for a long
4
time.
years now, and this is the first time we've got to roll dice together.
Yep.
Yeah, probably a bit longer. All right, Moth. Oh, you're muted.
I'm still muted. I said sorry, I'm muted.
There we go.
Hi, I'm Moth. You may know me on the internet as Scarlet Moth, or on Twitter at that Scarlet Moth. I am an artist at Level Up Dice. I am also a cosplayer and a general D&D nerd, seen on various panels and stuff at various PAXs. And today I will be playing a bard.
We're looking forward to this because last time we played together, you were my DM.
Yes.
And now the tables have turned. And as on the same token, last year, George and I were on the same side of the table, and this year, the turns have tabled, and I'm going to torture him today. George, tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Good luck. Hey guys, I'm George. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at SirGeorgethy. You can also find me over on YouTube at Split the Party. I'm playing Van Voidborn, a psionic rogue, but I'm excited. Welcome back to Jasper's, everyone.
It's going to be a good time. The adventure we're playing today, I bill it as a thriller comedy, and it's got a very uniquely Australian sense of humor and pacing to it, so
Dinkum.
It's going to be a good time. All right. And Kay, would you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Kay. I go by Critical K with 2 Ks on the Bird app. And tonight I will be playing my first ever monk, Hillis, who is Fey Lost.
Excellent. It's going to be fun. This is our first time playing together, so I'm looking forward to it. It's also my first time playing with our final player today, Zach.
Hello, I am Zachary Naldrick, he, him. I am going to be playing Zach Rules, the Minotaur Paladin. I can be found on the Bird app and various other social media sites at Zach Rules, including my website, zachrules.com. If you go to a social media site that is, you find Zach Ruiz instead of me, try Zach Rules Dice, or I'm just not on that one. Sorry, Snapchat.
I'm not a big Snapchat person myself, but today we are using Snapcam for the sake of the game.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be a fun time. All right, so right now we're going to do two things before we start playing. Everybody's going to roll me a D100, starting with Leia.
Oh, I was muted the entire time. You put the pressure on me, and then I forgot to unmute my mic. 82.
All right. I'm going to change that a little bit. You've received a filter of charisma.
Okay.
So you're going to add a +3 to a charisma check when rolling that. And you can... I'm going to give you 2 uses out of that. 2 sweets.
Okay. All right.
All right, Stefan, roll me a D100. I was going to have the dragon smoking today, but anybody who's living in Queensland right now can probably relate that adding more humidity to a room is not a good idea.
Understandable.
It's hot today.
What did you get, Stefan?
54. Sorry, my
54.
audio just cut out for a second.
That's all good. That's all good. You are going to receive a potion of water breathing.
Nice.
You know what? That's kind of useless to you for today's game. Roll that again.
You never know. I might dump a bucket of water on him constantly.
Constantly? All right, let's see.
I try to be a kind of benevolent DM, so I'm not going to give you something that's completely useless.
20.
Potion of fire breath.
Ooh.
Now that's more like it. All right, Moth, roll me a D100.
Uh, 69. I'm not even
Nice.
joking.
Yeah! We've done it, everyone. We've done it. Donations in chat.
I won D&D. Okay, bye everyone.
You've received Kyotum's ointment. So that's
jeez.
Keoghtom. Grab that on D&D Beyond and add it to your inventory. I don't know what it does, so find it and let me know while George rolls his D20. D100.
14.
An 18?
14.
14. Okay. You've received the potion of greater healing, and you're going to need it.
Right.
Hey, what did you get?
That is a flat 7.
You also received a potion of greater healing.
I'll
Zach?
take that.
I got a 30.
That.
You got a 30? Okay. Are you carrying any ranged weapons?
Do you consider a javelin a ranged weapon?
Yeah, that'll count.
That's-
Okay, so we're going to change it slightly. Instead of ammunition, you're going to receive a +1 javelin.
Not bad.
And now that everyone is magic itemed up, Moth, what does the ointment do?
So the ointment. So blah blah blah. Description of the jar. As an action, 1 dose of the ointment can be swallowed or applied to the skin. The creature that receives it gains 2d8 plus 2 hit points, ceases to be poisoned, and is cured of any disease.
Hey, all right, that's handy. That's especially since for anyone watching, making the players roll for random diseases is one of the rewards you can choose. That's probably going to come in handy.
Yeah.
Bring it on, chat.
Okay, so you all have received a letter recently.
Real quick, Shaun, do you want me to roll my portent?
Yes, let's do
Yes.
that portent.
All right. So for y'all watching, I'm playing a divination wizard. So, I got a nat 1 and a 16.
Oh no.
Very nice.
Oh, goodness. Portent. Put that down. Awesome.
Okay, so I'm just going to move this down so you guys can all see this. Where did it go? There we go. That should now be visible to you. Can you see that letter?
No, it's a blank screen.
Okay. Oh, it's still hiding itself. Now can you see that letter? I may have to just re-import it.
I do have
Read
it
it
saved
to
if you
us.
would like me to read it out.
Just give me 1 second and let's see if that fixes it. Okay. Oh, I know why.
Capturing the wrong window
No, because it's covered in fog of war.
Ah, aren't we all?
every time.
That's why. All right. Okay, here we go. So this is the letter that all of our party has received. And they've been requested to come to the mountainous town of First Peak. to aid the people in, well, finding out what's eating them. Something is eating everybody, and, well, they're not strong enough to fix that themselves. So what we're going to do now is we're going to roll a d6 and see who gets to introduce themselves first. It's Leia again.
Awesome. Well, so as I said, I'm a wizard. Although, so Rowan is she's 7'10", furbolg, with shadowy blue skin, and pink hair, I guess we could say. She is dressed in kind of flowing garments. She looks like she might be some kind of, maybe a fortune teller of some sorts, probably a little bit more in that gauge. And she is making her way to this town fairly distractedly, looking at all like the little plants and whatnot, as she moves down this road, probably not super aware of her surroundings. Let's be honest. She's a little vapid, let's say.
Well, as you wander along this road, you can see there is snow for miles. The road is rocky and dirty. There's a lot of moss. So watch your step. I wouldn't say it's difficult terrain, but you may need to be a little bit careful of slipperiness here and there. But since you're so distracted and looking at the scenery and things like that, roll me a d20.
Oh, goodness. 10.
Okay. As you're walking along, you come to see just a small bush that's surprisingly evergreen, covered in snow, and there's a small but really beautiful purple and pink flower on the bush.
Okay.
If you like, you can take that flower.
Eat it.
Is it terrible of me that that's exactly what I thought?
Well, here's the thing. Is that flower is worth 2 HP. If you take it and keep it on your person, it will last for probably 12 hours.
Okay. I will pluck that flower. Oh.
And as you walk along with your flower, you can see in the distance, it's almost pitch black. It's probably only about 8 p.m., but there's clouds overhead, and in the distance you can see smoke rising from a chimney and a couple of fairly small torches as you start to approach the town. And now, Stefan, where are you at this point?
Well, I imagine I'm wandering down this road, watching this absent-minded wizard a slight distance ahead of me with concern.
Okay, and who are you playing today?
I am playing Rizal, a Minotaur cleric of Torm. He's not your average cleric. He's not your touchy-feely, healy kind of guy. He walks with a upright posture. He stands almost as tall as our furbolg friend at 7'3", and his highly polished chainmail jingles as he walks. He carries a large warhammer, and his shield bears the gauntlet of Torm. He looks like he's on a mission.
Okay, and as you approach and you see the wizard, what do you do?
He would keep his distance and just kind of keep an eye out for this absent-minded soul, because things can happen on a road.
It's true, especially high in the mountains where the air is thin. Kay, who is your character and where are you?
So I am also journeying on the road, but perhaps we may have to look a little lower than our tall friends, as at 2'8", he Hillis is a nimble little halfling. He is a monk, and he is adorned in light green robes with shock, light reddish hair, and he's graced by the elements around him. He's honestly kind of kicking around some of the snow that might be about and just feeling the cold and the chill, as the magic displayed there, though, is not just simply elemental, but it's elemental with a little fun, as it's learned and conjured from the Feywild.
Brilliant.
He's walking probably with his companion, that Peter friend. Probably
Excellent.
with him.
And Moth, who are you playing?
This satyr friend is plucking at her lyre, just absent-mindedly as she skips along next to Hylas. She is about 6 foot, probably a bit of extra height thanks to the hooves, which are just skipping and making gentle, muffled clopping noises.
Excellent.
She has a look of just contentment and maybe slight mischief on her face.
Okay, that's good. The contentment and both the contentment and the mischief are good, because right now I'm going to need you to roll a dice for me.
Yes. Which dice?
You're going to need to roll me a... Let me just double check it.
I think I know what I'm rolling now. I think I know.
You're going to need to roll me a D100.
Yeah, I thought as much. He 77.
As you gently clip-clop down the street, you hear and are confused by a gentle clattering sound as your lyre falls from your hands and lands on a small patch of moss beside you. And you suddenly hear twice as many clip-clops as your hands turn into hooves.
I'm blaming D20 for this one.
We're starting early.
And you become a sheep. It's from O'Sullivan Kate. You've received a 69 nice and have some wild magic for your troubles.
Oh, that's bad.
This is really bad.
So Hillis just sort of pauses for a moment, smiles, and looks at the top of and just say, "Oh, Ozell, you've done it again."
She's just sort of motions with her snout to please pick up my lute.
Yep. We'll pick up
My lyre.
He'll
that
pick
one.
up the lyre. Say, "I'll hold this for you."
And
although it would be a sight to see you try and play it with him.
George, who are you playing today, and what does your character think of the scene unfolding before them?
Yeah, I am playing Van Voidborn, and since we're all talking heights, he's 5'6", so he's very tall. He's considered very above average for a human. Some would find it extremely attractive. And he is hiding in a little snow-covered bush that he was using a flower for cover. And seeing the flower being taken away, and there's just a big eye looking behind it, hoping that he didn't get noticed, he sees a ragtag bunch of weirdos and a sheep.
Leia, roll me a perception check real quick.
Oh, goodness. I'm great at these. That's a 12.
Okay, I'm going to say that you completely skipped over the fact that as you pick up this flower, there's two beady little eyes blinking at you from within the bush.
Rude.
Okay, George, what is Van Voidborn going to do now that he has been exposed?
I'm going to jump out of the bush and be like, "Surprise! Everybody stand still. Give me all your money. Give me the sheep's money."
Excuse me?
It was comedy. Perhaps we got off on the wrong hoof.
Not
Oh, I
digging
see.
their
I see who
aura.
we've got here.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Van Voidborn.
What are y'all doing in this forest?
What are you all doing in this forest?
Since you're the one hiding in the bush, I think it would probably be best you explain yourself first, sir.
Well, I was off on a leisurely stroll and happened to hear and see a ton of people coming my way, which I do not usually see around here. So I figured that this little bush here would be an excellent place to sit and wait it out.
Wait, ton of people? And I will turn around.
Rowan would also turn around like, what? There's more people? More people have snuck up on me?
I see everything. I see everything that goes on.
I see a short shepherd and a sheep.
Yep.
Well, this is actually Zell. They're just having a moment. They'll be back with us.
Zell trots over and starts munching on the bush.
No, get away from my home. I mean, my bush that I hidden in.
Okay.
I love your sheep vibe going on. It is just such a mood. I love it.
Actually, that bush does look rather tasty. I'll take a chomp out of it too.
Y'all crazy.
Stefan, roll me
Yes.
a d20.
D20. 7.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okie doke.
Flowers may be healing, but the leaves are poisonous.
Oh dear.
Apparently.
Isn't that always how it goes, though? Herbology.
That's going to be 17.
Okay, so yeah, in fact, we've got a bit of a rhubarb situation going on here, in that you can eat the flowers and you can boil the stalks, but the leaves themselves are not so good for you. Thankfully, being such a large and burly, hardy stock as yourself, being a minotaur, you receive a little bit of a tummy ache for your troubles. It'll pass in about an hour.
Excuse me. I would not recommend the bush, actually.
Yeah, those are poisonous.
I imagine that being a sheep, currently Zell's stomach is not as affected.
Wait, these leaves are poisonous? What does it mean if I rubbed them all over my body?
Don't lick yourself.
Okay.
Roll me a
Yes, don't-
d20.
Nobody licked me.
Roll me a Constitution save, George.
That would be a 12.
You
Okay, so Van Voidberg, as the lot of you start to walk along and you're approaching the town, it's maybe 100 feet away now. You start sort of idly rubbing your arm and a little bit as you go along, and you started to notice a few spots popping up here and there. You're going to have not disadvantage, but -1, -2 to dexterity checks for the next 2 in-game hours
Okay.
because you're so distracted scratching.
I may be allergic to that sheep over there.
And as you all start to arrive, you can see ahead of you that it's a very small town and you are very high up. The weather is sort of fair. You know, it's cloudy, but it's not horrible. But it seems unnaturally cold on this otherwise fairly normal night.
It's unnaturally cold, don't you think?
You walk into town and you can see only a few torches lit. A lot of the houses seem either boarded up and barricaded or completely empty.
Rizal will look at his letter and look around and think, yeah, this fits. This is what I would expect from a town that's townsfolk are being eaten by some unknown beast.
A letter as well.
Indeed I did. I was given to it by the vicar of my church.
That is oddly coincidental.
Yeah, I looked up 2 letters, somehow both my own as well as Zell's.
For There's a bit of wool on that.
You just pull it out from the wall.
Yeah, just like pull it out from the wall and like just move it out.
And like Zelda sheep
there.
still has all of the gear like strapped over this sheep. It's an oddly geared up looking sheep.
So how does a sheep wear pants? I've always wanted to know. Like, is it the bottom half?
This or
Is it
this?
all four legs?
I think it's just whatever she's feeling in the morning.
Zell wasn't wearing pants. She was just wearing loosely wrapped fabric. So it's just a bundled up sheep.
So it's a wool wrapped in wool.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, speaking of which, roll me a dexterity save, Leia. That's just a belated dexterity save, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So DM, how long does this sheep form last?
I believe it lasts about an hour, so you should be popping back to normal pretty soon after the walk through the forest. What did you get?
4?
Okay, so you
She's
hear
very dexterous.
a snap, crackling sound and smell the fur on your knuckles singeing a little bit after you stroked the sheep before.
I didn't stroke a sheep. I didn't touch it.
Who was it? Oh, actually, who was it that stroked the sheep? Hey, you need to roll me a dexterity save.
Oof, got away with that one, Leia.
I commented, I loved the vibe. Like, I loved, like, her, like, she's got a great
That's right,
aura going
that's
on.
That nobody is even asking if they can stroke me.
As your friend, I figured it was okay. So I have a 15.
Yeah.
Okay, you just feel like a short zzz, and pull your hand away with the static from
Your
this
lightning
cloth-wrapped woolly sheep constantly rubbing and frictioning as they trot down the street.
The elements have blessed you today, my friend.
But ahead of you, you have arrived into town, and you see ahead of you the First Peak Tavern. You can see the sign hanging and gently swaying in the breeze. There is a torch lit out the front. It's a nice stone building, and it's fairly quiet, but you can hear the murmur of a couple of voices within. George, roll me a D100.
I got 81.
Okay, let us see what that does to you. Where did it go? Oh, hang on. It's over here, isn't it? Nope, it's disappeared. Okay. My wild magic table has disappeared. Give me 1 second.
I think
That was
81
what
is-
happened with the
I
search.
think 81 is legendary item turns up.
You're suddenly
Hold on.
graced with
What? You're suddenly turned into a legendary item?
I level up 10 times.
Yeah, you wish.
You roll
Baron,
a
this one is
99.
from Talera, and it's a revenge for that hoof pun.
I'm gonna do it more.
What was it?
Did I
81?
miss Zach? Zach, did I miss
Yes.
your introduction?
Good thing he went ahead of us.
No, yeah, I thought
There's a
I rolled
figure.
Zach earlier.
there's a figure in the bar.
Yeah, Zach, where have you been this whole time?
Hiding in an alternate bush.
A bush has just been following
When-
us.
It's actually a cardboard
Yeah.
box. It's a cardboard box with leaves stuck onto it.
He's 6'6", before horns, wearing metal armor. I don't think he's going to be sneaking up on anyone. He's probably sitting at the bar waiting for him. He heard that there was bad things happening to good people, and he came to smite some evildoers.
Excellent.
I like
All
this
right.
guy.
So you guys will meet Zach officially in a moment as you enter the bar. George, you can take one additional action immediately.
I'll use that action to scratch and perhaps like distance myself from the sheep.
Y'all go in first. Let's see what's going on. Take the
All right.
sheep with you.
So we're all going inside, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'll
Sheep
go
al-
inside.
Are sheep allowed in the bar?
Hey,
Yeah,
you're
well,
my
as
friend,
you approach
Zell.
the door, the wool starts to fall, and your 4 clops become 2 clops.
Oh,
Once
there you
more.
are, Zell.
Oh, that satyr was a sheep?
I don't
Who's the
know
sheep?
how I became a sheep. I'm sorry.
That's
Head up.
a really cool Frick. I dig it.
It was absolutely intentional. Yes.
That was a
I am
master
impressed.
All right, so as you all enter the bar, you can see that it is, in fact, mostly empty. Although across the room, you can see a small dwarven person behind the bar, tending bar. And to your left, seated at the table by the fireplace, you can see another dwarf and a little goblin sitting in his wheelchair by the fire. Drinks on the table, mostly finished meals. And as you enter the bar, you hear a voice crawl out. It's like, "Hi, welcome to First Peak. My name's Andrea Brilskin, and by the look of you, I'd say that you're probably the adventurers I wrote to. Be that right?"
This missive is from you?
I am Andrea Brilskin, and I am the bartender come mayor of this town. Andrea looks at you with concern and hope in their eyes, and asks again, like, have you been sent?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have. I don't want to speak for everyone.
We are here to solve the people eating. Yes, that is what we are here to do.
A relief it is. People have been disappearing, and as I said, like I'm only the mayor by default. The last mayor, well, he got ate by whatever it is that's roaming the mountain. And the council are cowards and they won't do anything about it themselves, so...
Why are your council cows?
Cowards. Cowards.
Cowards. Is that a smaller subspecies, or...?
They're unreasonably afraid and won't do anything to save their people.
Ah.
But I convinced them to pony up some money for us to hire some adventurers to deal with the beast.
So the
Horses
scared
have money.
the scared people. Yes, the scared people sent horses to give money. I didn't see any small horses.
There's no real horses, my friend. I see there's been a misunderstanding here. No, I convinced them to give me some money to give to you if you manage to solve our little beast problem.
I
Right.
do like money, and I myself and Tylus, we will help with taking on these menacing creatures.
Wonderful. Well, if you roll over to the quest board over by the wall there, the details have been posted for you to find out what the council is offering.
But before that, the most important part of adventuring, and Hillis sort of takes their feet and does like a little running leap so they can jump up onto a stool to get up there to reach the bar properly. Drink for all of us.
Okay, can do. What we don't have a lot. We have some ale, we have some wine, and they reach behind the bar and pull out a fairly dusty bottle. It's like this. I think it's elven mead. It's fairly old and it seems fairly potent. The last bottle exploded, but it smelled great.
I will have some of the elf juice, please.
We'll have the elf juice, all of us.
After the bush, definitely the elf juice.
Elf juice for all of us.
They pull out a series of small ceramic cups and just pour them all in for you.
And an ice water.
Oh, a nice water. But hey, you look cool, and I'm going to point to Krulls, who is the bar. One drink for them too, because they look cool.
Ah, yes.
I'll just have another plate of this cabbage.
Excellent. Okay, I can do that.
Cabbage.
I can do that. They just sort of open the window and grab a mug and scoop some snow off a bush outside and hand that to Van Voidborn. Snow is ice, ice is water.
Indeed.
Here you are, my friend.
Oh, okay. You drink that.
Zel's gonna reach over to his tiny little ceramic cup with his giant fingers.
It's like Rowan goes to stop Van and then stops as soon as he just downs the entire cup. Like,
And
I don't know what's in that.
everyone except for Van, roll me a Constitution save.
Fools!
Natty 20.
Okay.
16.
Okay. Has anyone got less than 10?
9.
6.
Okay. Everyone that got 10 plus, it's warm, it tingles, and you cough a little bit, and it's a little steamy on the way out. For the other two of you, it's delicious. It is absolutely delicious, but it is strong as hell, and it burns all the way down. I'm not going to give you any disadvantages for it, but it was a thoroughly unpleasant sensation other than the taste being incredible.
Like the element of fire went all the way down.
And they're spicy, these elves' juice.
Not just as spicy. Maybe too
Do
spicy.
you have many elves who live here in the village? Is this why they're going missing?
No, to be honest. We don't have many elves in the area. It's just, this was brought up by a caravan a few years back, and we've just kept it in stock ever since.
Well, I don't suggest you serve it to anyone else.
Well, I mean,
A couple pats on the back. Whack, whack, whack.
myself and my friend over by the fire have never had any troubles with it. Mayhaps you may need to practice your drinking a little bit more, friend. Or perhaps it's very similar to our dwarven stout, and we're just used to it.
You drink dwarves?
No, we
Only
make
the stout ones.
we make stout. It's a kind of beer, my friend.
Beer.
Now, is anybody going to go and check the quest board?
Yeah, we'll go do it.
Okay, here is the
Well-
sign that you find.
Goes over next to it and then just lies down next to it and rolls over onto her side. She was told to roll over to it.
You see Andrea just raise a hand to their face and just be, okay. That's one way to do it.
Belle has the greatest ideas.
And so, by the decree of the Council of First Peak, they have posted a reward for the capture and destruction of the Beast of First Peak. 600 GP posted by the esteemed Council of First Peak for ending the devouring of our residents. Find and bring us the head of the beast and its minions to claim the reward.
Okay.
His minions.
Well, sounds like we got a lot of danger to go look for. Perhaps we could go start at the first place that the last person was missing.
What do you guys want to do? Do you want to ask Andrea about that? Do you want to talk to the boys over by the fire?
Mr.
I'm gonna go
Skin,
talk
no.
to the goblin.
Yeah.
Who was the one in the chair?
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah, the goblin was the...
Yeah.
All right. You walk over to the fire and... Hi!
Good afternoon.
Hello! We don't... Sorry about that. We don't get many visitors around here. Who are you lot?
We're here to help.
Oh, right. Right, the beast, yeah?
Right. The beast.
Yeah, that thing's been, well, a bit fucking terrifying, to be honest.
Well, it's been eating
Have you seen it?
everyone.
No, I haven't seen it, but my brother said his best friend's sister saw it.
Right.
Your best friend's... Your brother's best friend's sister?
Yes, that's right.
Makes you cousins, right?
I don't know. honestly. Goblin hierarchy is pretty convoluted. I couldn't tell you for sure.
So, has anyone besides your brother's best friend's sister, possibly cousin, seen this beast?
Yeah, my uncle's nephew's best friend's dog got eaten by it. And a few
So
of the
I'm
cousins,
sure he saw it.
Yeah, a few of the cousins have said that it's man. It's like a man, and as this conversation starts to happen, the dwarf sort of throws some mashed potatoes at the goblin. It's like, it's not a bloody man, you twit. It's not a man at all.
Your mustache is doing a thing there, sir.
Yes, it is. I had my mustache magically enchanted on my first birthday, and it's been like this ever since.
Enchanting.
I am a bit befuddled. You said that your uncle's nephew is a dog?
No, my uncle's nephew's cousin's dog got eaten by it.
What is it?
Well, look. You shut up, he says to the dwarf beside him. It's a man. It's a big, really big man.
So 5'6".
More like 7'8".
Oh, disgustingly big.
That's not that big.
No.
And
I'll snort at that.
that's big for a man, isn't it? Not big for a minotaur, but it's big for a man.
He could be on stilts or walking on those little bucket things.
He's a gigantic, hairy beast of a man. But from what I've been told, he's a man nonetheless. He's vicious and gigantic and muscles upon muscles, tearing people apart.
And eats the people.
Yes. Yes. He eats the people.
And where did you say you saw, or your cousin's dog's uncle, whatever, saw this man?
Well, they've all been going missing from the mountaintop.
Mountaintop.
Yes.
So what you're saying is we go up the mountain and it'll find us.
Yeah, you're probably right about that, I'd say. But look, this dickhead doesn't know what he's talking about. It's not a man. It's a demon. I'm telling you. It's a demon.
Is it a demon or a devil? Because those are two very different things.
Well, I don't know what the difference is, but I'm going to call it a demon. It's flesh hungry, and they've been jumping on people from from somewhere above in the skies and devouring them and roasting them over a fire stoked by the bones of victims past.
You know that they get very upset if you get devils confused with demons. If it's a devil, they'll get very upset with you. Have you gone and thought about asking whether hello, Mr. Demon Devil, sir, do you follow the laws of hell, or are you more chaotic in alignment?
Well, I mean, have you gone down under the tunnels and asked the Dwergar if he's grey or not?
I should do that. That would be most polite.
And I mean, it's a flesh-hungry demon that roasts its victims over a fire stoked by the bones of victims past. I'm not going to go and ask it a question.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. That's 23.
Okay, and are you rolling it on the dwarf or the goblin?
On the dwarf.
He believes what he's saying is the truth. This is what he thinks is true to his knowledge.
24.
And is that the dwarf or the goblin?
Which one did you do?
No, I did the dwarf.
I'll do the goblin.
He believes what he's saying to be true. And you can tell that they've been sat here bickering about this for hours. What would you like to do? Do you have other questions you want to ask these two?
Well, the one thing that both your stories has in common is it's the mountaintop. So we have enough to start on, I think.
Did anyone survive getting mauled by it?
Who are you asking, actually?
Both of them.
Okay. Well, my auntie's, sister's, husband's, mother-in-law's cousin's uncle got his leg ate, but he made it back, and he brought this with him. And he pulls out a giant stoneware, like, casting of a print of a massive foot.
That's a big foot.
Yes, yeah, I guess you could say it is. But look, this is what it is. It's a man. Look at this foot. Look at the size of this thing. And he plonks it on the table.
Can I check if that's a man foot?
Yeah, that's that is also what I would like to check.
Yep, you can both roll up an investigation check if you want.
How do you feel about survival, since it is a tread?
Go ahead.
That's a 22.
Okay, you pick it up and turn it over, and on the underside of it, you can see a small inscription
Banksy.
that says "Made in
Taiwan."
Thunderstone.
Sorry, what was
This
that,
thing
Shaun?
You can see it says "Made in Thunderstone." But, well, this goblin can't read.
I just like turn it over and like finger on like indicating to the maid in wherever, like indicating to the rest of the party. I probably that's
Here.
It's
I'm
nothing.
I'm going to turn to the bartender and say, I'm sure you've heard these stories countless times. Do you have anything to add?
Honestly, no, I can't tell you I do. These two are the ones that have got the most information out of anybody that's left in town. Their stories don't match up, but if they're telling you where it is, I'd say that that's at least where the stories are coming from.
Does seem to be the course.
At this point, both of them just start throwing food at each other and just ranting at each other about whose story's true. They look to the lot of you and just say, look, if you just go north and follow the path, it's probably going to try to eat you.
Have either of you
Very
thought
unhelpful.
about the fact that you both might be right? That it is both a man and a demon?
A me-man.
You're both wrong.
Me-man.
I mean,
D-man.
maybe, but at this point, we're so committed to the bit that one of us has to be right.
Maybe
We'll let you know when we get back.
maybe the real beast was the friend you made along the way.
And they just devolve into a senseless argument, like still like chugging their remaining drinks and throwing food at each other. They're not paying any attention to the lot of you anymore.
The path.
Well, before I get covered in food, I will step away.
Same.
So
Same.
we're going north.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to do to prepare yourselves before you leave First Peak?
Well,
any
since
magic
I'm probably going to get et, I will cover myself in that elven juice so that whatever eats me is going to wind up with heartburn.
Okay.
Is there a stable or similar in First Peak?
I don't think any
there's-
of us are stable.
There's a lean-to, like, canopy out the back with some hay in it.
There a smith?
No. The smith got eaten.
I'm going to
There are
go
magic
and rummage through the smith's stuff.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
I'm
Any
not
form of
good at
magic shop
those.
Sorry?
Is there any form of magic shop here?
Well, it's like 10 o'clock at night and most of this village has been eaten. The only place that's open is the place you're standing in.
17.
Okay, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for horseshoes.
Okay, you can just... There's a table full of them.
Let's see if there's any which are good for snow. If you have nails in them,
Roll me a luck check.
Luck check?
Just roll a d20.
Oh, okay.
Studded horseshoes.
That's a 15.
Okay, so you don't necessarily find like snowshoes, but you do find that the for some reason the fire is still going, and there is some molten steel here, and there do happen to be some ratty sort of gouged and broken horseshoes, as well as some normal ones. If you wanted to try, you could potentially brush those down with some metal and wedge them together.
Yes, please.
Okay, what is your tool proficiencies?
Wood carver's tools.
Okay, you're going to roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
Good with bagpipes, if that helps.
Okay, that was very lucky. So, unfortunately, my good roll was a natty 20. The other one was a 13.
Okay, so you don't really get these welded together, but you do sort of end up with a couple of jagged spikes, just like one each almost, of the molten steel cooling on the front of the horseshoes. It's not going to let you walk normally in slippery terrain necessarily, but you won't have disadvantage. You'll only have a -2 if you encounter difficult terrain.
Maybe this
Better
wasn't
than
such
nothing.
a good idea. Yeah.
No, maybe not. Maybe another time.
You see, I thought we were going to get me some snowshoes before we left.
But hey, Clyde, I have scroll left over that was heading you. What if, and he'll just bend down.
All right, and we're back in George. Oh, there he is.
Apologies. Thank you.
Ta-da.
Beautiful.
Impeccable,
quick.
impeccable timing, George. Okay, Ty, what do you want to do right now?
I think they're sharing a square.
They are sharing spread. There we go. Awesome. Okay.
Yay.
Found a George.
So, yeah, go ahead and just roll me one d20. No, roll me a d20 with advantage, Moth.
Okay.
Ooh.
15 and 14.
Okay, so you look around and you see that, yeah, basically those horseshoes that you just tried to forge are pretty much useless. But you do see some clean and fresh horseshoes beside you again. And just a foot or so away, a big box of tacks.
I hate taxes.
Which, if you were to heat metal, you could shove the horseshoes into the tacks and add some spikes.
Let's do it.
Okay, so those are going to give you unimpeded movement if you enter a really slippery area. But you may have to roll a check to make sure that they haven't bent and blunted at some point.
It sounds like a fantastic idea to her.
Okay, we're good to go. Is there anything anybody else needs to do before you leave?
Nope.
I wanted to check to see if there was anybody who'd there's a lost and found box. Anybody leave some coats behind or anything?
Roll an investigation.
I can do that. I know things about stuff. 21.
Okay, you find one not very nice, but serviceable sort of woolen and leather cloak.
Okay. Is it furbolg sized? Or is this going to look like a capelet on me?
It's going to look like a capelet on you.
That's fine. My
But
shoulders
it'll keep
are
your
bare. I'll
shoulders
be
warm.
fine. I got bare shoulders. I'll be fine.
Okay, so
With a
as
little
you...
tie.
Zakrul says prepared a torch.
Nice, yes, good. That's a good idea.
Ooh.
As you all wander out of town, you start to make your way up the forest pathways and come to a mostly dirt, but snowy, not particularly rocky, so it's not too slippery path. Now,
I think that is a great idea. I will light a torch as well, and I will bring up the rear.
good idea. All right. And as you round the bend, Van Voidberg immediately spies a dead body on the road.
There's a body on the road. Somebody else go check it. I'll keep watch.
You spotted it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Overflowing with bravery, I see.
Fine then. Come with me, Rizzle. Come with me.
As you wish. I'll
Thank
hold
you.
the torch up as I keep an eye out on the tree line if there is one.
And yeah, we'll go up and investigate the body.
Okay. You come close upon the body, and as you look at it and you notice it, you're going to roll me an investigation check.
Which is a 16.
Okay. As you lean down and poke at it a little, you can see that something has been gnawing on its body. There's several strips that have been sliced off of its flesh by something sharp, and whatever did this seems to have left in a hurry.
Well, whatever it is, it seems to be able to use tools. So I'm not sure if this is going to be some kind of beast that we're looking for. It's definitely smarter than what this dwarf seems to think.
Do I see any tracks?
Not so far.
Nothing that's like stamped made in thunder speed. No.
No, you don't see any large feet. You can see like a disturbance in the dirt, but it's been snowing since then, and so the tracks have been obscured so far. What do you want to do? You want to keep moving a bit further along?
Y'all come over here. What do you make of this?
Can we see how long might have been past are these post-mortem marks, or
Well,
Holy CSI.
it looks kind of like simultaneous mortem marks.
Okay, so some
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 caused
post.
the death, and some kept going past the death.
So
But,
how
like-
big are these teeth, like the bite marks?
They're pretty big.
or
Like,
is it
Something's bitten clean through the ribs and taken out like a portion of the torso.
and
I didn't know
does
sharks came this far north.
does it look like this, like something gnawed on it recently? Like we might have chased it off by coming up
It's cold,
the mountain?
so it hasn't
So it
started
didn't
rotting.
It didn't continue to like that's what I'm asking is like it didn't
Yeah.
continue to feed on
No,
whatever
it seems
this
like
is.
something disturbed it.
Okay.
Not you, but something.
So something bit it, and then something also cut strips out of it. Or
As far as you can tell, it was all caused by the same thing. It all happened at the same time, and then something disturbed the scene, and it took off in a hurry. So it was planning, like, from what you can see, it was planning to eat this entire body, and then it got disturbed.
Looks like it was making jerky.
so, whatever this fiend was that attacked this unfortunate soul is something that was scared off by something else.
What?
Hmm.
What would it be scared off by, though?
Is curious. It was
There's always a
big and
bigger
large.
fish.
And
I think we'll get 2 rewards then.
It seems too cold for fish.
And too dry.
I'll keep lookout.
Keeping a lookout. So are we going to keep
Yeah.
moving north along the path, or is there anything else
Yeah.
you want to do in this section?
Real quick, before we do, anything in the pockets of this body?
Smart.
Roll me an
True
investigation check.
adventure.
Iselle is also kneeling down next to the body, just looking at it,
Am I
going,
rolling?
An investigation check.
Yes, this is
A 4.
definitely a dead body.
A 4?
4.
You find what seems to be a moldy sandwich.
Moldy sandwich.
Can I have a quick
Yeah,
rummage?
Go ahead. Roll me an investigation check.
Rowan has since gotten
12.
distracted already.
A 12?
It's-
You find a not moldy, but cold, and you're not sure how old chicken leg in the other pocket.
wow.
Gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah,
Do
this
you
person
think-
had funny ideas of trail rations.
Do you think
This,
maybe they were attacked because they have the good smelling food on them?
That's what I was thinking.
Perhaps
Mayhaps.
it was just a wild animal which was then scared off by the real. Predator?
That's an awful big bite for just a wild animal.
You have not seen some of the wild animals from the Feywild, my friend.
I've never even met Faye. I have no idea.
Well, now you
You're
have.
missing out.
Hello, my name is Zell. It's good to meet you. See, now you've met a Fey. Whoop.
Nice to meet you.
Well, it looks like that we know what this beast likes, so I'm gonna take a bit of bait and I'm gonna cut some more strips of flesh off the body.
Okay.
have some
So
respect
roll
for
me
the
roll me
dead.
that dexterity check with -3.
-3. Oh, that's fine.
At this
That'd be
point,
18 still.
this point,
Okay,
I
yeah,
would like to-
you slice on through. Sorry, Moth?
I would like to scan the tree line and check for ambushes.
Okay, roll me a perception check. Are we moving along while we're doing this?
Yeah.
Zach Rules is
Oh, yeah.
gonna pull the body off to the side and place 2 coins over it, give a little prayer, and bury it in the snow.
Easy
Awesome.
done. No checks in.
I will definitely help.
Strips.
17 perception.
Okay, you look around and there appears to be nothing around. There's everything, like it's kind of too quiet. But there is the sounds of nature in the distance, but it seems like this area is being avoided by most things. And as you round the bend a little bit, Void immediately spots something else as you round the corner. You spot some... Did they show up?
I should say this to chat. Voidborn has 22 passive perception. So he sees a lot.
Was that all?
Rogue.
Oh, jeez.
Can you guys see those? My
No.
map thing is
Mm-mm.
being a little bit funny. Hang on. Let me just
I don't
read.
think we are around the corner yet to see them.
Oh, they should. You should. You've gone. I've moved you around the corner already.
I
They
can
should be
see
directly
it
in
in
front
my
of you.
mind's eye.
The theater of the mind. 10 legendary items.
And all of them are decks of many things.
That's bait.
Oh, gosh, no.
So as you round the corner, Van Voidborn spots prints in this section of the road.
Oh, I see. that.
Footprints. I see footprints, everyone.
Do they match the footprints around the previous body?
There were no footprints around the previous body because
Well,
of the hurry
snow.
in which it left. It scratched up the dirt, and then it's been snowing.
Ooh. Yeah, and from the looks of it, they don't match a human foot that was cast in Thunderstone.
Can I roll survival to see if I can figure it out?
Go ahead.
Anybody seen anything like this before?
Ooh, that is a 23.
Ooh.
Okay, so the paw prints from this creature appear to be leading north, as you were to expect from everything you've been told so far. All you can tell in general is that your best bet is to keep tracking along the path and see what evidence you can find about the beast. The prints specifically are curious. They're like nothing you've ever seen before. They have the front toes splayed out very strangely, almost as if it has two thumbs. And the back paws seem shorter and stubbier than the front paws. And around the prints are deep gouges where large talons appear to be digging into the dirt.
Y'all be extremely careful. I've seen this before. We're looking for my ex-wife. I always knew she was a man-eater.
Well,
Oh,
that
sorry.
is perfect timing for George to make
Is
a
that-
bad joke. Roll a D100.
I got a
Does that explain why she didn't eat you?
Yeah, I got out of there as quick as possible. I'll tell you that. But I nearly did not escape with my life.
I imagine Rowan is
fine.
100% believing in this. Like, that's horrible. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Leia is the one who is laughing.
What was that, Hylas?
I think Roselle is questioning your manhood.
Potentially. I mean,
So George and Moth both roll me over D100.
I got
Come
a
on.
50 for mine.
How does that work with your magic resistance?
I don't know. I just have advantage.
It happens, but less.
Yeah, I would say that, yeah, whatever it happens, you get. If it's a damage one, you get half that. George, what did you get?
50.
All right.
Don't
try
you dare
and-
sheep me.
Try and make
Fine.
another joke there, buddy.
it says two thumbs, and what else has two thumbs and doesn't know? Blub, blub,
Pink
blub.
bubbles just
Blub, blub, blub.
pour from your mouth every time you try to talk.
Oh, that's delightful. That's like home.
Roselle's definitely gonna be poking at those.
For the next minute, whenever you try to speak, pink bubbles come out instead.
My favorite color.
And what did you get, Moth?
1.
A 1?
Ooh.
Oh no.
Okay, roll again.
Right.
Oh, goodness.
Let me know when you want my roll.
31.
A 31? As all of you are wandering along, you see Zell start to sparkle and sort of
She
become
always sparkles.
transparent,
Uh-oh.
and
Bravo.
suddenly they're gone.
Zell, that's not
Zell,
nice. He's
you-
weird.
Suddenly emerge and see stars and energy swirling around you as you
Ooh.
emerge on the astral plane.
Oh, Titania, this
Zell
is not
does that.
good.
Zell does this from time to time. They'll be back.
So, for the next minute of game time, you are in the astral plane, and when you re-emerge, you will need to roll that D100 again. One last time.
Okay.
Wild.
You want me to do mine now? Or should
Yes.
Magic.
Go ahead.
Right, that.
Just all standing around these prints, just
we've already-
chaos.
I'm gonna re-roll because we've already done this one.
Okay.
12.
Roll me a D10.
4.
Okay. How tall are you?
2 foot 8 inches.
Okay, and how tall are you, George? Your character?
5'6"? Oh, 5'6".
Okay, so previously, you would have seen about George's lower abs.
Nice.
Now, you could feasibly headbutt him in the titty as you grow 4 inches.
Whoa.
Get away from my
That
titty.
takes- Sorry. First thing I saw. Oh wow, I'm bigger now.
Your pants are
backward whole
shorter. Your sleeves are sort of about halfway up your forearms.
Whoa.
So you kind of went from halfling
Yeah.
to dwarf.
I'm sure
this-
this is a coincidence that weird things are happening to those that desecrated the body.
No. Blub.
Blub 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 poke. I can reach the bubbles
George makes
now.
a very good point.
So, as you've all had your chaos now,
More chaos, please.
More chaos, please.
what's the plan, my friends? You've discovered these terrifying footprints.
I'm not here.
Continue north.
Yeah.
Continue north.
Okay.
Zell will catch up.
Seems-
Zell's good.
Should we wait for Zell? No.
Zell will catch up.
Yeah, I'm sure Zell will catch up. Okay, so you come around,
North it
Here.
is.
and what's the marching order right now? Who's in front? Who's at the back? Who's in the middle?
I'd probably be front.
Yeah. I'll go middle.
Okay. So, George, I'm just going to Discord you real quick.
Okay.
And Rizal will definitely still keep bringing up the rear.
Safe.
I'll probably be just ahead of Rizal because I am the squish.
Figure
Wizards, we
spacing
keep them in the
wise.
back.
Figure spacing wise, the two Minotaurs are the ones carrying the torches, so would be towards the front.
Yeah, it's probably like me,
Ooh.
the Cruels, George, Van, Rowan, Rizal.
I am going to. I cannot speak right now, but I am going to spend one of my psionic dice to telepathically link to everyone. And I am going to warn Hylas that there is a trap just in front of him.
I
And,
would
like-
not step foot too much further. There is a pit trap right in front of you.
You
Oh,
see, you
that's-
hear in your mind as you just see.
Oh. Man, that's delightful. Thank you. That's really great. And like his foot is raised right above it, and he just pulls it back. There we go. Okay. Yeah. No, close one, buddy. I like you. All right. Can I disarm the trap?
As you sort of approach, yeah, you can see it, and you kick it a little bit, and the snow and the sticks covering this fairly crudely made pit fall straight down into it.
Ooh, that's deep.
Zakrul, have you ever heard of a demon that digs pit traps?
I've heard of men who have come under the influence of demons who have done so. Not necessarily a demon that would bother
Digging a hole in the dirt.
With such a trap is poor.
Moth,
And he'll then pick up a rock and throw it in like a
do
big
you have any
rock
spells
tossed in.
that affect your motion and transport and things like that?
I believe so.
Like jump, feather fall, gust?
No, I mean I can use my I can make a long or high jump with my mirthful leap. But
Satyr legs.
yes, it's very springy.
Okay. Well, I'm going to need you to do two things. First is roll a d20.
One.
As you're floating in this astral void, in front of you, almost like a window starts to open, and you can see Hillis step back and the pit fall open. You can see Van Voidborn start, the bubbles pop, and an audible shout finally emerge. And you can see underneath you the astral plane vanish and a pit open up. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
I want to grab them.
You what abilities could you use for that?
I am super dexterous.
Also, roll me a d100 while you're at it. Moth.
My save was a 25.
Okay,
Nice.
that's good.
And the roll is a 51.
Okay, I'm gonna do the wild magic first.
So I have halfling nimbleness, which usually allows you to like move through any creature's space that's like larger than you. So I imagine being that nimble would allow me to move into a similar space towards where he is to grab her.
Okay, now roll its strength check.
Ugh.
How big is the hole?
It's like it's sort of 10 feet by 10 feet, about 15 feet deep. Now, Moth has rolled really, really well. So, depending on what Hillis does here. Okay. Hillis, you like run and leap
Gotta help my friend.
and just kind of miss and bounce off Zell as you go past. And you manage to just sort of tumble safely on the other side of the pit. Now, Zell, you're falling. And as you do, a purple shimmering shield appears in front of you. And your hands reach out and catch the lip of this pit.
Ooh.
And as you swing forward towards the rocks on the edge, the shield cushions you. And you're safe hanging on the edge of this pit. You have, for your next minute, a spectral shield that grants you a +2 to AC and immunity to magic missile.
Nice.
Yay.
Nice.
And this seems just like a very normal day.
Leia,
will
roll me
reach
a
into the pit
1d100.
and pull.
Yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll a check for that. You're massive. And so
Yeah.
you managed to help Zell to safety easily.
Rowan was about to cast a spell, but seeing all of that madness happening. 59.
You regain hold this one for combat,
Okay.
and you
Okay.
regain your lowest level expended spell slot.
Okay. Awesome.
So I'll let you keep that one in the pocket.
All right. I'll put that in the.
Okay. Now Hillis is on the other side of this pit. Everyone else is still got to cross it.
Is that fallen tree that's on the map? How large is that?
It's probably about a foot wide and quite long. But I mean, if you're
Goose is gonna
feeling
try to-
brave, it's only a 10-foot pit.
Yeah, he's gonna try to drag that tree over and just kind of shove it down into the pit to make sure people can see it, and then just walk around the other side.
Okay. You're going to
Yeah,
need to roll
sir.
me a dexterity saving throw as you do, because it is snowy and wet and muddy and slippery as hell on either sides of this path.
He falls.
Okay, so
Uh-oh.
you don't fall in the pit. but you do fall flat on your ass and you can't get to the log.
That's embarrassing.
I think I see what you're doing here. I could probably help, being a bigger size.
Yeah, me too.
Guys, just pat Van on the shoulder, like all the way down, like down near my freaking hip. It's like, you're okay. You just stay.
She's nicer than I am because I would have patted him on top of the head. But...
It probably was closer to a head pat.
Okay, what are you going to try to do, Leia?
Seeing Zakruls try and bring this log over, I'm going to attempt to bring that over using powerful build. I'm hoping that because I'm a furbolg and I count as one size larger for pulling, that might give me some kind of advantage in getting that branch or that large tree over this.
Yeah, and I'll help.
I will give you advantage on your dexterity check to see that you safely get around the pit.
Okay. Ooh, okay. That's 18.
Okay, yeah, you managed to very carefully slide your way around the pit and across the snowy grass and grab that log.
It's the boots.
Now, roll me a strength check.
All right.
This should be no worries for you.
That's a 17.
Okay, yeah, you only moderate difficulty, just sort of a slight grunt. You managed to haul this thing over and roll it across.
Did you roll that with advantage from Van's assistance?
My large rippling muscles are helping. Yeah,
yeah, totally. It's a 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to drag that over and roll it across the pit.
I chuck a branch in afterwards.
And sort of with that, you've only got your hands on it. You're just pretending to help.
I will allow you all to cross over that log without difficulty now.
I can pull myself up then.
Yes. No, you already helped out.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
No, we just left you hanging there. We were just gonna.
Does anybody want to do anything else here before you move along?
I want to look into the pit to see if there's anything down there.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
Wow.
Investigation. Okay. So 13.
Okay, no, you can't see anything down there, but you can sort of notice that on one side of the pit, the claws dig in for it, and it's leapt over the pit, and there's a scuff in the dirt on the other side, like it has jumped across, hoping that anything chasing it
would fall
into its pit.
Is
and
it that
continued off that same weird
creature?
footprints.
Smart. It's like Rowan realizes she has spells. I can cast some dancing lights and send them down into the pit if you want to look at it down there.
I don't think we're going to find anything down there. I think the clue is right here on the lip. These marks. Obviously, whatever we're following knows this pit is here. Stranger and stranger.
Sounds
almost
reasonable.
as if it has left a trap on purpose.
I think it did.
How ingenuity.
So it's intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of them did say it was a man, and the
Or
other a
D-man.
beast. What if it is two different things working together?
Both human and beast.
Or
It's
it
been
could
known
be
to happen.
I think what our friend is suggesting is that it is a beast working with a man.
Could be both.
That's as possible as anything else at the moment.
Yes.
We'll find out. Come on.
Yeah, continue to follow the tracks.
All right. Well, as you do, you emerge to more of a cliffside kind of path now. fairly narrow. The path itself is maybe about 8 feet wide and is dirt and snow. And there's probably another 6 feet either side before it turns to cliff and just drops into blackness.
I'm just a little nervous here.
Everyone stand close. In case somebody falls, I need to be able to catch you.
I love that.
Rizzo will pull out some rope and suggest that we maybe tether ourselves together just in case.
Also, in case one of us falls off, then we all fall off.
Yes, exactly.
Right together, we die together.
It might be a bit soon for that.
As you sort of tie yourselves off, whoever's tying each other off to each other, we'll check that in a second. You can hear some voices in the distance, quietly muttering to themselves. They don't sound malicious, but it kind of sounds like they're actively looking, and like they're muttering to each other about where's something, and sort of frustrated, stressed noises. And you can see a couple of humanoid shapes vaguely through the fog in the distance.
Can we hear what language they're speaking? Or is it muffled because of the
You can't
terrain?
quite make it out from where you are yet.
Hold up. I hear voices ahead of us.
We can all hear it, Van.
Yeah, good.
Head.
I'm gonna try and conceal myself. And I'll try and stealth.
Okay, roll me stealth.
That is a 24.
Where did you go?
Yeah, you are barely visible through the fog.
Yeah, I just like face plant into the snow and like snow angel it over me. So I'm now just like crawling through the snow.
Just imagine one of those snakes that like wiggles so it can get under stuff.
Is it possible to tell from us?
You guys, so far, like where you are right now, the sound is kind of bouncing, and the sound of the wind is making it hard to make out the language they're speaking.
Zacrules is interested in following Van's movement so that he can wait for Van to get into whatever position he's going to get into before proceeding.
Okay. Van, what are you attempting to do here?
I just want to get closer to these people and see if I can work out what they're doing. Whether they are, could be a potential threat, or they're just fellow travelers.
Okay. How far are you wanting to move right now?
I'll go as far as I believe that I can get without being seen.
Okay. Easy. So as you wander up here, you sort of get into a position. Let me just. Okay. You wiggle up, and from here, you can sort of see the figure more clearly. You can't yet understand the language because of the sound of the wind. You have to get a bit closer. But you can see that it doesn't appear to be doing anything threatening. It is, in fact, like scurrying around, like keeping an eye out. But it doesn't appear to be malicious or threatening from where you are.
Okay. Then I will telepathically let Hylas know that they don't appear to be a threat.
Okay, and Zach, you can see where Van Voidborn's gone. Do you want to follow up there?
We'll probably wait to get some sort of sign from Van as to how to proceed.
And Hylas will just whisper, so he's communicated. It would seem that they're non-threatening? Well, I guess I was small, but now I'm big. But I'm always threatening. It's little. But he doesn't
You
think
are terrifying.
Oh, Val.
Horror
That's kinda
beyond my
D&D.
wildest nightmares.
It's the best D&D
anyways.
compliment you can get. Like, you terrify me.
Zacrules will kind of hold the torch up as he makes his way up towards that area.
Okay. So you're all here now, and you can see that ahead of you, like through the fog, you can just make out the posts of a bridge, and the figure is near those posts. You're probably about 60 feet away now. How close do you want to get to this figure?
I'd like to be close enough that I can understand what they're hearing.
Okay, so
that's my input. If anybody else wants to zero in,
Are we at a place that is at a possibility of an avalanche if there's a loud noise?
no, you're literally on stone outcroppings. There's no higher faces surrounding you at the moment.
Okay.
You are on
then,
the spires of a mountain pass.
The Zakruls will just yell out, "Hello there!"
Hi, friends.
All right, so you do that, and from the darkness, you get a reply. Hey! Who the fuck are you?
Reasonable question.
Oh,
And
Zakruls,
hello.
who the fuck are you?
Well, would you come out of the fucking darkness and I'll introduce myself?
We're holding torches. I mean, how much more out of the darkness do you want?
Well, I mean, you're 80 feet away in the fog. I still can't see what's on the other side of that torch.
Okay, well, promise you won't eat us. And
Well, I mean,
we'll
you're all
come
very
over.
much, even the smallest of you is much bigger than me. So,
Zell is going to start skipping over.
Yeah, I'll follow. Similar skipping
Okay.
pattern.
as you do, you can see now that there is a small goblin ahead of you. And Zell, you're doing okay with your shoes. You feel a little bit of a slip as you first approach. You come off the path, and it's like a stone outcropping, and there's some puddles and a bit of snow, and it is, but your tacks bite in just enough to give you stable footing.
Do I notice this little slip? This little wobble?
Oh, it's barely perceptible. It's just more of oh yeah, no, I'm good.
All right, I'll follow her out there.
Yeah, for anyone who's not as well, actually, no, you're cloven hooved as well, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
All of 3 minotaurs that don't have horseshoes strapped to their feet, roll me a dexterity check as you approach the stone.
Oh boy.
Oh, 8.
16.
11.
Okay, Rizzle hits the stone and just sort of comically, like silent movie, banana peel. Whoop!
Torns balls!
And you see the figure ahead of you, and you can tell it's a goblin with the big ears, just sort of just crouches on the ground and just starts cackling wildly at this scene unfolding ahead.
Zell also laughs.
And you can see ahead of you a teeny little goblin. And he looks like... Where is he?
A goblin.
This.
Goblin.
Oh, hello, my name is Zell. These are my companions.
Oh, shit. You're... Jesus. I mean, you're not as big as I thought, but you 3... Bloody hell. They feed you well, don't they? You're biggins. Hi, Zell. You guys aren't going to kill me, right?
Oh no, wait, we're here to help. We were sent from First Peak to help.
Oh,
the
right.
orders?
That's the human place, isn't it?
Yes, they say they have been getting eaten.
Yeah, well, so have we. Me and my family, and yeah, the whole clan has been getting picked off by this, whatever the shit it is, wandering around the woods up here, so me and my mate decided to come up here and have a look for it and see if we can kill it ourselves.
Rizal is gonna crawl over on his hands and knees.
Hey, buddy, you're right. You didn't bust your ass too much on that?
There's much ass, no worries.
Oh, good. That's good. All right. So,
He is not an ass, he is a minotaur.
Yeah, but he's got an ass and he just fell on it.
I didn't see an ass, so it's...
Not a donkey.
Oh.
Butt cheeks.
Butt.
Butt cheeks.
Oh, I see.
Right. Everybody, roll an insight check for me. It's a group insight check. So only one person needs to pass this.
Okay.
Well,
9.
That's good.
17.
I am only worried about Rizal,
17.
like trying to help him up.
He looks up at...
17.
Yep, you're good. He looks up at the lot of you and he's like, oh, fucking... All right, so... Yeah, you seem all right for a wanky bunch of fucking hipsters. I'm Joblin Jr.
Joblin Jr., pleased
Yeah.
to meet you.
Joblin Jr. I mean, if you've been down at First Peak, you probably met Boblin. So,
Was he in the
Was he-
bar?
The wheelchair?
He is the one in the chair.
yeah, Boblin.
Oh, is that your...
Are you the cousin, the sister, or the
Oh,
dog?
God, did he bring out the foot again?
Yes,
Mhm.
which was clearly
No,
fake.
we're not related. We just know each other. I met him. I had to go in there one day because my sword got broken and I needed to get it fixed. And usually I stay away from any of the human settlements, but I knew that there were stories of a goblin in a wheelchair living in the settlement. So I thought, it might be all right if I rock up with a broken sword and not waving it around and get it fixed. And that's where I met Boblin.
They do tend to overreact, don't they? Those humans.
Yeah, they can. Not all of them, but yeah, it can be a bit bad. Yeah.
They're all right.
So yeah, what are you lot doing here?
Oh, we
Like
were...
we said, we're
Looking for a creature.
Right.
We're here to
Yeah,
kill
the beast.
creature.
Yep. Right. Well, we're not here to cause any trouble for you lot. Look, we got weapons, but we're just here to try and hunt the beast. So you lot do what you're gonna do, and we'll keep doing what we're gonna do.
we appreciate
Why
that.
don't you work with us?
Well, I mean, we're pretty friggin' small,
I'm small.
right?
Oh, I
Well-
did grow recently.
Maybe. Roll me a persuasion check.
Help us even out the ratio of tall to small.
It is true there are many tall of us. Right? Many of us whom are tall. I can sentence. It's the air. It's so thin up here.
10?
10.
Meets beats. Well, I suppose, having a few of you big guys with the horns, probably would increase our chances of survival and actually killing this thing. So, fuck it. Yeah, I reckon we can help you out.
Welcome to the group.
Right. Well, look. We're going to have to go north again. That's where we heard the thing was. We decided to try to catch it here, but we've missed it. But look, the bridge is rickety as fuck, but she'll be right. Just take it one at a time, would you?
This is good advice.
I'll go first.
Okay, roll me a dex. Who's going first? Roll me a dexterity check.
Is there anything Zakruls can do to kind of pull on the bridge to keep it taut and prevent it from being as slippery and swingy in the breeze or anything?
Roll a perception check.
So that is a natural 20 for a 25.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, you hop, skip, and boop your way across. And as
Hylas
you
runs
get there-
across the rope.
Oh,
As you
yeah.
get there-
Hylas definitely runs across the rope.
It's 19 on the perception check.
Okay, so you can see that it's probably best you don't touch it. And just be real careful. But as you make your way across, Hillis, you get to the other side, and the other goblin sort of jumps back for a second and points his spear at you. He's like, oi! Oi! Goblin! Who are these dickheads? Joblin looks back, he's like, oi! No, it's sweet, bud. These hipsters are going to kill the beast and ask us to give them a hand.
My hips are very flexible, but they do not stir.
Yeah, righto, smartass. And Tom's like, go. Righto then. All right. He steps back, puts his spear up, and makes some room for the rest of you to make your way across. Who's going next?
I can go next.
Okay.
Maybe we should wait for the tall ones to go last.
Roll.
I am very nimble. I can just jump across if I want.
Roll me a d20.
Oh no. 18.
Okay. You're fine. Your little shoes are still biting, and you can try to safely make your way across.
Skip.
Roll me a dexterity check as you skip across.
This might be where I fail. Okay. Dexterity check.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like acrobatics?
Yeah, acrobatics is fine.
Okay, in that case, it's a 10.
Okay. You feel the bridge wobble a little bit as you get across, but you make it safely to the other side.
Good job, Zell.
Stefan, roll a d100, buddy.
Oh no. Oh no. Alrighty.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
Oh, that's 99.
Ooh.
Okay, well, oof. I know what that was.
Magic
That
surge.
was the magic surge.
This doesn't really help you at all, so let's roll that again.
It's terrifying.
It doesn't affect you because you're not a sorcerer.
87.
87?
Yeah.
Okay. How many? Yep, 5. Okay, I'm going to make you number 1. Hillis, you see Rizzle just sort of shake off an uncomfortable feeling, and Rizzle can kind of hear, really unusually, the sound of distant laughter coming from Torm. Just very faintly and distant in the ether. And you find yourself starting to lose your footing. But
Whoa.
you don't seem to be falling and landing face first on the ground. Suddenly, you're as tall as Rizzle.
What?
And as you look down, you realize that you're not on the ground anymore.
Whoa.
You're flying.
Oh, this is cool. This is just like that one place we visited back home, Zell, where like Topsy was turvy.
Oh yes, and the upside down he did the loopy.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I could just, and he's just gonna like start flying around. Like,
Gosh,
So it
do we have
seems
to
that,
worry about Hillis floating away?
it seems that Torm has more of a sense of humor than you thought. And after your little mishap on the other side, he decided to have a little bit of fun at your expense. And you've cast Fly, a spell that you may or may not have previously known, on your party member.
Arms taut butt cheeks. What's going on?
Taut butt cheeks in the air.
Okay, who's going to go across next?
I'll emerge from the snow and just like bolt across.
Bloody hell, where did you come from?
Never you mind.
And Toblin just like throws his shield at you as you go past. Roll a dexterity check.
I got a 21.
Okay, yeah, you just like clear this bridge in a flat hop. And then Toblin sees you on the other side. Like, Jesus!
Howdy.
And just, like,
He's a
he
leaper.
doesn't, like, he's not necessarily angry, but he, like, slaps you across the butt with his spear on the way past. Just like, I don't know what that was, but get it away from me.
Yeehaw.
And then he sees, like, right. Are the rest of you like this, dickhead?
Yeah.
Well, this one sounds a little goofy.
Okay, right. It's going to be one of those days. Right. And Joblin wanders over and picks his shield back up. And he's just like muttering to himself.
We want to draw straws for which one of us is going to go next.
Well, since I'm flying, maybe I can come along and help whoever's doing it.
Yeah, I'm.
The three huge ones.
I think I'm good here.
Okay. Good luck.
We don't.
I mean, I guess you could stay here if you want, but the rest of us are going to go and try and kill this critter.
I mean, I'm going. I'm just
Oh, and I'm talking to the big guy over there.
not anxious to go. Well, fine. See how you feel about it?
You seem good to go.
You
He
can
said
do
the
it.
same.
Zakruls just starts going across.
Okay, roll me a dex check.
20.
Yes. You feel the
Nice.
bridge like sway as you go across under your weight, but you get across fine. You guys want to flip a coin for it?
You make it over with a bit less confidence than that, but you can do it.
Believe in you, and I'll help you.
Okay, I'll go.
This doesn't look like it was built structurally sound. It's who was the engineer on this project?
I don't know. It's always been here.
Not looking forward to this.
Use your portent to make it in that one.
Yeah, totally. Let's do that.
GM, can I like float over and like assist?
Yeah, you can lend the help action. I'll give
Yeah, I'll
you
lend a help action.
add a
Okay.
d6 to whatever you roll.
A D6. That's not the help action. Okay.
I'm going to be cheeky about it.
Oh well, that's an 18.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you're fine. The same thing. It bucks and sways under the weight of a minotaur, but it doesn't break.
Purple.
Is this about time to mention that I'm afraid of heights?
It's okay. Just look at me. Look at this
I'm
wild
just
red
like-
hair. Isn't that funny? It's in the sky.
I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of the sudden stop at the end.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't
Not
be too
listening.
bad. I mean, you're a big fella. You can take it. You can look at all that armor.
Right.
Hillis will fly over to the other side and just offer like his tiny hand to Rezel and be like, "Come on, I'll guide you."
You got this.
He's gonna put one hoof out on the board.
Okay, roll that d20 and add a d6.
Oh, 20, dirty 20.
Okay, same deal. Very slowly, you make your
I don't
way
like
across.
this. Oh, I don't like this at all.
Got your hand. You're not. I won't let you fall. I'll fly with you.
The guardrail barely comes up to my thigh.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you
serious.
make it across, and again, Toblin just looks up like, bloody hell. I'm glad you're on my side. Please don't kick me.
I will do my best not to.
And
Try and stay in front of me.
as you all make your way off the bridge, Toblin steps in front of what's the marching order again?
Well, I guess it would be Zell who's in front now if Hylas went back to help.
Yeah,
Result.
stick
Okay.
in the middle.
Well, Toblin sort of steps out in front of you, and he doesn't go to hit you, but he swings his spear around and puts the butt in front of you, and he's like, "Oi! Watch your step, numbnuts! It's a bloody pit trap!"
What?
And
Kiddo?
guides you around. And as you look down, you can see a section of the stone is sort of covered in smaller rocks, and they've disguised a stonework pit trap there.
Well, I didn't even get a chance to step forward and try it out or even have a look for it, so...
Go that way. Go that way. And the rest of you, look, here. Trap. Don't step on it.
Did you find folks build this trap?
Yes. And you'll see let me just turn the fog off fully so that you can see. Right there.
I see.
And so, if you like, you can make your way along the path.
I shall.
With your little goblin-y friends following along beside you.
You guys ever considered like taking some calming tea? You guys seem really ramped up and your auras are all over the place. Like,
I mean, I'll drink whatever the bloody hell you want to give me. I don't know what a calming tea is.
Just go with the vibe. Take it down. You're up here. I need you down here, man. I need you to bring it down. Just a little bit.
How's this?
Jesus.
No? Not right? Oh, no, I'll give it a try later. We'll see what happens.
That actually startled me a little bit. I wasn't expecting it to be so close to the microphone.
He leaned right over and sort of shimmied up his stick a little bit to get close
I'm
to you.
still taller than you. I think I'm tall. I'm the tallest.
Yeah, I think you
by a smidge. Just by a smidge.
I always find that playing pranks on people helps to calm me down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see now that's my speed. I like you.
You get me. We're going to be really good friends. You're Toblin, yes?
Yeah. Right. Let me clear this up for you. It's Toblin, the Goblin, the Third, Esquire.
Toblin the Goblin, Third Esquire.
Yeah, that's it. And that's Joblin Jr.
Charmed.
Well, good for you. Charmed. Nice to meet you. Right. So, I guess we go looking for this thing again.
What do you know about it? Anything? Any information you can give us?
It's big and it's hungry.
Okay.
Is it Van big or is it's Rowan big?
I haven't seen it, but I've seen its feet. And they're big.
What are they made in thunder
Not
speed?
the stone feet. The clawed ones back there.
Okay, fair enough. You're into feet, whatever. To each his own.
If anyone wants to give George a wild magic surge.
Now would be the time.
Bring it on.
All right. Calm down over there.
You emerge onto yet another snowy path after a few minutes of walking. You're no longer...
What? More snow?
You're no longer, like, up on the cliffside. You're back on solid ground. And, the snow is piled up very thick on either side of this path. It's a lot higher and a lot denser than the previous locations. You can't... past the edges of the road, you can't even see the grass.
Grizzle's going to look at the snowbanks with suspicion.
Do we still have tracks that we're following?
At this point, you can't really see any tracks now. Like, this thing seems to have gone this way from everything you've seen before, but it's been snowing a lot more here. There's a light covering of snow across the path.
Mm-hmm.
You aren't really certain.
It looks like Snowbody's been here recently.
Oh,
jeez. Right.
Would somebody like me to push the wheelie man off a cliff?
No.
I mean,
there are no cliffs left.
Yeah, we kind of left the cliffs behind a while ago, but it's all right.
It's okay. I'm sure we can make one.
I'm sure we can arrange an accident later.
We're going to toss him into a snowbank.
Oh, don't do it.
Where'd he go?
Oh no, he had so much to live for. Oh no.
It's like that thing that older siblings do to younger siblings when they walk by and just push them into the snowbank, and then the younger child just disappears.
Yeah, the 7-foot giant.
I love that.
Nobody knows what happened to him.
Nope. We just keep going.
So from where you are right now, you can see that ahead of you, the path sort of sharply turns to the right, and everything seems pretty clear.
I think we should go to the right.
I think that's the only way we can go, Rizzle. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're going to move forward?
Would adventurers always go left?
Okay, as you sort of move up the path, Van Void hears the crack of a twig behind him.
That's just an IKEA bookshelf, George.
It's just a Hasselhoff.
Roll me a perception check, George.
Oh no.
You're all on high alert. You can roll with advantage on this one.
Ooh.
Because you heard that sound and you're on high alert.
That would equal a 26.
Ooh.
Okay. So you hear a crack, followed very shortly by another cracking sound, and you can tell that something is out there behind you.
There is something cracking twigs behind us.
Now, that 26, was that a dirty 26?
Yeah, it was a 19 plus 7.
Okay, cool. So are you guys going to keep moving up this path, or do you want to do an investigation check, a perception check, survival check, or are you just going to keep walking?
I would like to do an investigation check.
Yeah. Rizzle would like to as well, since he's bringing up the rear. He would notice Van's.
Hey, George.
Yes.
D100, buddy.
86.
86?
Dirty 20.
Okay.
11.
George casts mirror image on himself.
Oh, hey.
Suddenly there's multiple
two of him.
Oh.
Push them all into snowbank.
This is getting out of hand. No, they're
and it's going to last for 1 minute. You have 3 illusory duplicates of yourself in the space. And until the spell ends, the duplicates move with you and mimic your actions, shifting position, so it's impossible to track which image is real. It's got a few other little bonuses there, so go ahead and grab that out of D&D Beyond so you can keep track of that, because you might need it soon.
Try to push me into the snow, I dare you. We all
The air up here is making my eyes work funny.
So you guys both rolled pretty high, and so you are looking around on high alert. You're investigating as you move along, and as you reach the bend here, behind you, you hear scraping sounds, and you look up, and through the fog, as you all spin with weapons drawn, you can see a humanoid creature crouched at the end of the road where you just came from. It's silhouetted against the bright moon in the distance, and it is huge.
Oh boy.
It seems to be mostly fairly smooth, kind of furry, and upon its head you can see 2 large sort of round protrusions, but through the silhouetting, you don't know if this is a headdress, if it's an armor, if it's horns. From this distance, you can't tell. It is about 65, 70 feet away from you, and it's not moving. What do you want to do?
It said 60.
60-ish, yeah.
70 feet away from us?
Hang on. It's 50 feet away from you.
50 feet.
Gonna ask my little goblin friend, is this the thing?
I don't know, but it's big and it's scary, so probably.
I would like to send out my dancing lights towards it, since that has 120-foot range. I'm
Okay.
just gonna have like small, like pinkish balls of light that like head towards that creature and like start to round him, so we can see maybe a little bit better in the
It
light.
stands to its full height. It's taller than you. Not by much, but it's taller than you.
Okay.
And it's not like a full proper human proportions. Like it, even at its full height, it just sort of hunkers a little bit, and its knees are splayed out a little bit to the sides. Its legs appear to be a little bit shorter than its arms. You still can't quite make it out, but you can see that it is a beast. You've never seen anything like this before. But it's, again, doesn't approach you. It's watching. Who wants to do what?
Well, since I'm the closest to it, I guess I'll bring my shield up and start moving towards it.
I'll put my hand on Rizzle's shoulder.
Okay. Okay. It's watching you. How far do you want to move?
Well, I'm waiting till Rowan.
I don't know. This creature doesn't seem to have the same body type or what we're looking for. And it's just watching us right now.
The one thing you can make out with your dancing lights is that its fingers end in glistening, razor-sharp claws.
Okay, then never mind. I rescind.
Hold on.
If that's something that I would have seen with
you would have. I meant to say that before.
Okay, yeah. If that's something that I would have seen, then I rescind that. I don't stop Rizzles.
So pipes up and goes, "Hello, hi, hello."
Beastie wants some nice pieces of man flesh.
The creature looks at you and just sort of snorts.
You're so cute.
I've been saying that all day.
It suddenly starts to roll its shoulders, and that snort starts to turn into a bellow as it stomps its feet and starts to
In that case, she's now going to.
Gonna be okay.
She's now going to cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
Okay.
Zakrul's is charging it.
What does the Dissonant Whispers do?
So she starts to whisper to herself, and only that creature can hear it. It now must make a Whiz saving throw.
Okay. Oof. Okay, that ain't great. Let me just double check that final stats there. That's a 5.
Okay, it will fail, so it's going to take 3d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
As it just hears the whisper, "You know, it's not very nice to attack people without saying hello. Perhaps now you'll understand your manners as we rend you."
Yeah, we said hello, so it's okay to attack.
Yeah. That is 6, 4, 6.
As it hears this whisper, like this thing suddenly drops and just starts barreling at you.
No, it doesn't.
What's the damage?
It does not.
What's the damage?
It won't. It's so 6 plus 4 plus 16 psychic damage.
Okay, this thing hears that. What happens next?
And now, because it failed, it must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
It was actually literally about to do exactly that. It hits, it's barreling at you. It hits this psychic damage and just and like backflips on the spot and starts barreling out into the trees.
How far away is it?
It's
Bye.
it's like it's gone. It's disappeared into the trees and headed north.
What a nice creature.
Please
Did you
come back
see it,
when
like-
you learn better manners.
As it like
That's
it barrels.
the thing we were supposed to kill that you just
Yeah.
You get
ran
a
off.
brief look at it as it barrels past, and it's sort of gray, but drenched in layers of blood and viscera.
I know that now we can follow it and go back to wherever its lair is, and we can possibly find more clues.
Or the minions.
What clues? It was right here. We could have just killed it here.
We could find perhaps more of the bodies to bring back to town, or perhaps even if there are survivors.
We are supposed to find minions also, and hopefully the lair will have minions.
That is a good point.
See,
Mhm.
I am not completely out of the money.
Well, it
I have
went
the-
that way.
I have a feeling it's going to be back anyways.
So, with the beast having run off to the north, are we heading north?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, after a short travel, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes or so, you emerge into a large clearing.
I'm guessing
Look,
that
a
means
large
my
clearing.
mirror image is gone.
It is.
Oh, goodbye, my friends. It was nice to see
Aw.
you once again.
There were 3 pert chests.
But they
And-
were not real. You know this in your heart.
I took the time to reflect on myself, and I do think that I look mighty fine.
As you enter this clearing, you see ahead of you that there is a dirty, sort of broken down hovel, hastily constructed, surrounded on all sides by trees. There's a glow inside that could be a fire. Otherwise, it's pretty dark. What are we doing?
Would you like me to lure it out?
Y'all can be
Yes,
ready
that's
Oh,
to
exactly
to
what we
pounce
You,
like
on
you
it.
to do.
you can do that with your rippling muscles.
Yes, yeah,
They're very tender, I'm sure.
they are tender.
And your
Finger-licking
massive
good,
height.
one might say.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all get into an ambush position, and I'll lure out the beast.
Okay, who's going where?
Is there
That's
an
an
opening
ambush
to this
position.
hovel?
Yeah, hang on. Let me zoom in so I can ping for you. Just sort of here, you can see a door.
Bella's also just whispering to Hylas, I think that your friend might end up getting eaten.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, Rizzle will take up position on one side of the door with his weapon ready to attack anything that comes out.
Yeah, I will
Okay.
get the other side of the door that Rizzle does not take.
Okay, both of you roll stealth.
Oh boy. So that's going to be a 10.
Okay,
6.
you manage to sneak your way up surprisingly quietly thanks to the bed of clover growing wild in this clearing and take position near the door.
Oh, I love clover. I'm going to stop and have a nibble. All right.
Nice.
Nothing bad's going to happen to you with the clover.
Free fight
Excellent.
snack.
And what did you get, Kay?
16.
Okay, same deal. You managed to sneak up quietly and take a position on the side of the door. Zach, what are you doing?
I'm going to stand about 60 feet in front of the door.
Okay.
Charging distance. Nice.
So that's where you are.
Okay.
You are 60 feet away from the door. Moth?
I don't know if Zell would actually try and hide. I think she would just meander the lollygag out the front.
Okay. Leia, what are you doing?
I'm double checking a spell really quick.
No worries.
trying to see if this is something I can do outside. So I'm looking at getting. Fighting's really not what Rowan's thing. But I was wondering if I could get close enough to the structure to be able to use a detect thoughts to see if I can.
Okay,
detect.
How close do you need to get?
That's what I was double checking. Creatures that I can see within 30 feet.
Okay. How much movement do you have?
30 feet of movement.
Okay. You can get within 30 feet of the window.
Okay.
Which is be about there.
Okay. Not
So-
quite. Not.
Unless you
far
can
enough.
see, unless something is directly inside that window,
Mm-hmm.
you won't be able to reach it inside.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. I will actually rather instead of standing right in front of the doorway, probably stand near, I believe, Rizzle or Hylas. Either choosing one side or the other. I don't really care which, but
Yep.
Just being off to the side in case pressing fire is needed or something. I don't know.
Sounds good. Okay. And now, George, what are you going to do to try to lure this thing?
Yeah, I start to approach this hovel,
Mhm.
and I start calling out, "Oh no! Help! Help me! I fell into a barrel of paprika. I tried to rub salt on myself to get it off, but it only all stuck to my supple form. I hope nobody is ever going to jump out and attack me because I am alone and scared."
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh. It would be a 6.
Nothing happens.
My supple form is just so delicious and tender from all of the tripping I have done into seasonings.
You hear nothing. Everybody roll initiative so we can do a turn order.
Oof.
Dirty 20.
19 plus 3.
14.
14?
19.
22.
Okay.
Ooh. 9.
Six.
Oof.
Oh, I'm not alone.
Okay, cool. In that case, George, what do you want to do next?
I'm going to go bang on the door and be like, "My supple form is out here. How dare you not come for my delicious ass?"
11 herbs and spices.
Okay. You can hear the crackling of a torch inside,
I hear you crackling that torch in there.
but you can't hear anything else happening. You could try to peek through the cracks in the door where you are if you would like to.
Yeah, can I open the door?
Go ahead.
I open the door.
Okay.
Perhaps nobody's home. That could be the only reason this would not have worked.
Inside, you see nothing. The hovel is empty. You see a pile of straw and hay that appears to be a bed, disused relics of the person who once lived here, and piles of bones and leftover meals scattered around the house. But grimly lit by the sputtering torchlight, you know this is the den of the beast.
Well, this is quaint.
Now, what did you say your passive perception is?
22.
Okay.
That's always a good sign, asking what a passive perception is.
So this is what you can see inside. I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit for you. And we're going to move around a little bit because that's wait, no, you haven't done an investigation check or anything. What action do you want to take after opening the door?
I guess I'll do an investigation check to see if there's any signs of a creature that could be perhaps hiding.
Okay. Roll.
19.
Okay. So From where you are, you can't see anything. There appears to be nothing here from the doorway, at least.
If I can, I will expend another psionic dice to mentally talk to the others.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll allow that as a bonus action.
Yeah, I do that, and I say, it does not appear that the beastie is home, though it does look like it lives here. Does anyone see any signs of beasties outside?
Okay, it's your turn. What do you say in response?
Yeah, so I think Hylas is going to look around, like, well, that's peculiar, and I will take a look around and see any signs of the beast.
I'm going to make you roll for that. Like, you can see scratchings in this crude dirt trail, and like the dragging marks, like a body has been dragged inside here, and you know without a shadow of a doubt that this is the den of the beast.
Is there any
been here or is in here?
There's nothing directly showing that it, like, the freshness of the track.
It seems like the dirt, some of the dirt looks recently disturbed with claw marks, but you can't tell for sure exactly how long, again, because of the snow.
I think it's in there. I think you just have to look better.
Get good. All right. Moth, what do you want to do?
So we can't see any sign of it.
You can't. Well, George can't from where he is. Maybe if you went inside and looked around, you might find something. Maybe if you went around the back and looked around, you might find something. But all George has done is open the door and peek inside.
Oh, she's going to go in.
Okay, where are you? Over here. How far in do you want to go? I've got you in the doorway there.
Use my full movement.
Okay.
Which is... should be 30 feet. No, 35 feet, sorry.
Okay, so from where you are, that's gonna put you about here.
Yep.
What would you like to do now?
I better look around.
Okay, we're doing investigation check, perception check.
Perception.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Okay, not the best. 12.
Okay. Let me just check that. You can like smell the moldering bodies and somewhat fresh blood, but so far you can't figure out where this thing is. There's a large pile of hay. There's like a large crudely made chair, but where you are, you can't see any.
Over that pile of hay.
Okay, we'll move you over there on your next turn. Because you used your full movement.
I was going to say, would a 20-foot cube cover it?
Yeah, it would.
Then she's going to cast Nathair's Mischief.
Okay, yeah. Hang on. Yep, go ahead.
Well, I'm filling out a 20-foot cube that I can see within range with Fey magic.
Mm-hmm.
So now I get to roll on the Mischievous Surge table.
Okay.
To determine the effect produced. I just have to hope that it is the one that I want. It's the one I want.
Yeah.
The smell of apple pie fills the air, and each creature in the cube must succeed on a whiz save or become charmed until the start of my next turn.
Hey.
And this cube stays its concentration.
Okay, cool. There's a real nice smelling cube surrounding what appears to be a bed.
It's okay. Lure it out.
And Zach, what do you want to do?
I try to walk around the house. Is there another entrance?
There is not. There's a window around the side, but that's only about 15 feet away from where Rizzle is.
But like, there's nothing around the back at all.
No, it's solid stone around the back.
With my movement speed, I wouldn't even get in the house from 60 feet away, so still will be outside looking for any evidence. It's like, it's not like up on the roof waiting for us or anything, is it?
You can roll investigation.
He'll be looking for things. All right. That's a 9.
It's just a roof. It's a rough, poorly made thatch roof, but it's just a roof. Leia, what do you want to do?
I think I'm going to use my hidden step. So as a bonus action, I become invisible.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to use my movement and my action to dash, but I want to really make my way as far around the structure as I can to check around the back.
Mm-hmm.
So 60 feet, moving around the structure to see if maybe it's hiding behind or maybe in the woods behind the house. But
okay,
I don't want to be seen doing that. So
you make it around invisible. The back here, and nothing. You're fine. There's no windows, there's no doors. Nothing can see out.
I'm not worried about the house.
And you
worried about the forest.
You look around the forest, and there is like zero evidence of the beast hanging out in the forest watching you.
Okay. Well, that's okay. So I stay invisible until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
Or cool. I attack, or have to, or I roll damage.
Okay.
So I'm still invisible for now.
So, Stefan, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to look inside the house, and since somebody has already walked in, I will follow and start looking up in the rafters and stuff.
Okay, roll me perception or investigation, your choice.
Okay.
And how far in do you want to walk before you do that?
I'll walk right into the middle.
Okay. In that case, you reach the middle of the house and you hear a crackling of wood above you.
Ooh.
And immediately you hear the rushing of wind as something bigger than you are drops from the rafters. And
throw up the shield.
Okay, what does that do?
No, I'm just lifting up my shield.
Okay, can you do that if you're surprised?
No.
In that case, a massive gray hulking beast with furry little ears has leapt upon you and wrapped its claws around you. The beast of First Peak is upon you, and yes, it's a fucking drop bear.
Watch out, it's got chlamydia.
Torm's bulging ballsack.
In fact, it's a were drop bear. Here you go.
Were drop bear.
Right there. It's
Lord.
on me.
You need to roll a contested strength check. I have disadvantage thanks to a donation earlier. Okay.
That's a whopping 3.
Okay. This thing hits you, grabs you, but as what do we got here? What's your AC? Does it? Never mind.
18.
It claws across your chest and sparks just fly off your armor. And as that does, you manage to like burst your shield up and push the beast away from you. But standing in front of you is the beast of first beat. Literally all George had to do was walk inside the door and he would have found it.
Yeah.
You were 5 feet away from where you needed to be to spot it in the rafters with your perception.
Look, I'm just insulted it didn't want my supple form.
I need you to understand, Shaun. The eye placement is wrong, and
yeah,
that
it
makes
is. It's
more
weird.
terrifying. It's absolutely scarier because the eye placement is just so off kilter.
It's right here.
Oh,
It's right here.
I told you, get good, look better.
Excellent work, Stefan.
Oh, jeez. That's not better.
God.
Okay, Stefan,
My nightmares.
Let's fight this thing.
You have an action. The drop bear missed you. What do you want to do?
Exclaim shit and hit it with my warhammer.
Go for it. Roll to attack.
That is a crit.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, all right. Roll double damage.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Where did you go? Where did you go? All right, so that's a
Moth, you were literally like 5-10 feet
Whoa.
from having it caught in your thing. I think it's
16.
16? Okay.
Yeah.
This thing just, like, you hit it in the shoulder, and with a sickening crunch, it bellows at you, and there's just saliva dripping, and it's covered in blood and bits of people.
I will bellow right back at it.
But yeah, its shoulder is got, like, you can hear the cracking of bone and a gouge as the force of the hammer peels apart its flesh. And now it's its actual turn. You haven't cast a spell, have you, Stefan, in front of it?
No.
Okay. In that case, it's going to do this. Ooh, shit. All right. It just sort of grabs you and tries to bite you and gets a mouthful of horn. And shrugs itself back as it...
You better not have scratched those.
Plus... The 14 hit.
No.
Okay. Its claws once more bounce off you. And it is back to George.
Seeing that this beast drops down and attacks, I'm going to also think, oh god, and then I will attack it with my psionic blades. I will run in, try and position myself so that it's being flanked.
Go for it.
Excellent. That would be a 21 to hit.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll do it.
3.
That'll
That
do
is
it.
7 psychic damage. Oh, actually, sorry, plus my sneak attack. If that I do manage
Yep.
to get advantage on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, you
14
do. And now,
damage.
where are you rushing into specifically?
I will try to just go opposite of Stefan.
Okay, so
as
like
in
here?
other side of it. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So, what did you roll for your attack?
So I 21 to hit,
Yep, that'll do it.
and then 14 damage, 7 of which is psychic, if that matters.
Okay, yeah, like you see a gash open in this thing's fur, but it reels back, clutching its face as it bellows. And
Yeah.
there was 14 in total. All right. It's like bleeding from a chest wound.
And then as a bonus action, I will use my cunning action to disengage and dive into the hay.
Okay, you need to roll a wisdom saving throw. What does your spell do again, Moth?
Charmed.
Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, the dogs have been barking. Right now, it's just the smell of apple pie, and you need to roll a whiz save.
Yeah, I got a 7. So.
You're charmed by me,
Yeah.
I guess.
So you can
Charmed.
basically tell him what to do now.
Yeah.
Righto.
Until the
Okay,
start
you're
of
up.
my next turn.
Yeah, so it has arrived. So Hillis is going to come in and take a flanking position if he can.
Sure can. Like here-ish? Or the other side?
As long as I can flank against another person, so I can get advantage. That.
I will put you over here then, because George dived into the hay.
Yes, because George dived into the hay. And it's time
Nice job,
for some
George.
blood. Nice job, George.
I'm going to
It's
zoom us in a bit.
time-
Hey.
Hey. I'm going to start doing some unarmored strikes on our friends at advantage.
Okay, go for it.
All right. That's a nat 1, but I'm a halfling, so I can re-roll that.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is much better. That is a 17 plus 5 is a 22 to hit for the first one.
Okay.
Okay. You want me to just roll them all and then do damage total, or just do damage by bit?
No, you go ahead and do your damage total. Well, actually, hang on. How many attacks are you doing?
I believe I do.
A monk,
at
like
level
24?
3. Yeah, about like 5 billion. I believe I get 4 hits.
Okay. Let's do them individually, just
Okay.
to see what
Just for
happens.
fun. Yeah. Okay. So.
Stefan already crumpled.
And he whirls the other fist back and just goes for under the chin.
Nice. Okay, what damage do you get? So there's a nat 20 for hit.
Was
What damage?
Nat 24 hit.
Yep.
So I'm going to double the dice there.
Bloody
12
hell.
points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend the key point to do the other 2. But this time, instead of he's going for his hand, his leg is going, his hands are back down, and his leg's going to go up, and he's going to go for a side leg sweep.
Okay.
Swoop the leg.
Swoop the leg. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
And that is, Jesus, monks are broken. That is another 6 points of damage. And one more.
Hey, Moth, roll a perception check while this is happening.
Oh, great.
Hey, you too, Zach.
Okay, so that is going to be 17 to hit.
Okay, yep, that's a hit.
Okay. That is going to be, that's a 1. So that is going to be another 4 points of damage.
Okay.
So 10 plus 12.
You have just, like, you can see already, even though this thing is furry, you can see purple pulling out as the bruises are coming under the fur from the sheer force of these blows. Moth, what did you get for your perception check?
An 18.
Okay, and Zach?
11.
Okay. You both look up as you hear on the roof and see the thatching pull apart and 2 massive, like this big, rodent-like spotted marsupials drop through the floor on either side of you. Let me just check housing. George, perception check. Leia, perception check. Stefan, perception check.
Too busy just whap, 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 whap.
24.
Okay,
Where's
you
perception?
managed to
11.
step
17.
back despite the charm as 2 of these creatures land on the floor in front of you. What did you get, Leia?
Hey,
7?
17.
17.
17.
Okay. You also sidestep as you hear the sounds of rummaging above you, and two dire quolls drop on the floor in front of you.
Even though I'm outside?
Yes, they like leap off the building. They don't know where you are, but they can smell something in the area. And they leap past you and are sort of circling the back of the house. Stefan, what did you roll?
11.
Same deal. You managed to just step back again and raise your shield up as thump! This furry thing lands on it and another one lands behind you. There are now 8, I think, dire quolls surrounding the hut. And that moves to Moth. What do you want to do on this turn?
Am I able to move the cube 10 feet and hit it?
10 feet and hit the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you move it 10 feet, it'll cover it.
Yeah. I'll do that.
You'll just catch it on the edges.
I will roll my effect. Okay, that is going to be a 2, which is bouquets of flowers appear all around, and each creature in the cube must succeed on a dex save or be blinded until the start of my next turn as they spray water in their faces.
Okay. George is out of that range, so it's just the beast, and it has... What's the dex save?
13.
Okay, yeah, no, it is blinded.
Nice.
It then howls as water hits it in the face, and it is blinking wildly and can't see.
And as a bonus action, she's then going to pluck at her lyre and is going to use one of her bardic inspiration charges for unsettling words, as she'll just sing, "Stop right now. Thank you very much. I need you to understand that that's a no touch." And now I get to roll a d6, and it means that the next time it takes a saving throw, before my next turn, it will have to subtract the number I roll.
Okay. No worries.
It has to subtract a 4.
Okay. We can make it do that. Oh boy. It is in trouble. Good thing it's got some buddies. Okay.
And she'll just give a free action thumbs up to Hylas.
Nice. Okay, Zach, what do you want to do? I'm just going to allow it that you have seen all this happening, and you have raced the fuck inside at the sight of all of these creatures attacking your party. We're not going to use movement restrictions to keep you out of the fight.
All right, I'm going to swing at if that's the one little barricade thing to my right. If I'm looking at the map right where I am.
Go ahead. I forgot to roll initiative for the goblins.
Does a 14 hit?
14 indeed does. Meets beats.
Okay. 7 damage.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I am going to cast Shield of Faith.
Nice. Yeah, good work. Okay, yeah, so you just, mince a leg off this thing. And it is severely impacted. You've just taken a massive chunk out of it. It's no good. It's not happy. Leia, what do you want to do now?
Okay.
These two things are there's one of these things scurrying around outside where you are. It doesn't know where you are, but it knows there's something in the area.
Okay. So because my invisibility is gonna be going up soon. I think that's right. Yeah. Until the start of my next turn. Okay, so I am no longer invisible. So, on a whim, I'm going to try some furball magic.
Okay, go for it.
And cross my fingers. I am going to use this to disguise myself and make myself look 3 feet taller. And a little, but maybe not a little, quite scary. And now my staff looks like a big broom. And I'm just going to try to intimidate it away from me. Like,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like, you know, you do to like raccoons that are on your back porch. You want them to get away from your garbage.
Okay. Roll me an intimidation check.
All right, cool. And I'm going to give him the 1 that I rolled at the beginning for his save.
Nice.
Okay.
So just roll a d20, or am I doing like a charisma thing or intimidation?
Intimidation, yeah.
Intimidation.
Okay. Cool. That's a 17, which makes it an 18.
Okay, yeah. This thing, surprisingly, because if you've ever seen an angry quoll, they're not easy to intimidate. But this thing is like and scales
10 feet tall.
Yeah. It scales the shed and just like drops in through the roof here, a few feet away from George and the one that's already beside him.
All right, that works for me. And now I'm going to make my way around the building to try and get in.
Okay. With the movement that you have with your dash and everything, you are right here in the doorway, and you can see the entire action.
I can't see that, but I will take your word for it.
Hang on.
Cool.
There you go.
Awesome. 10-foot furball. Don't mind me.
Stefan, you're up.
Okay, so the beast of first speak. I assume it's bleeding.
It's bleeding profusely.
Excellent. That's what I wanted to hear. I'm going to reach over and just, with my finger, gently like flip off a little bit of blood from it. As I do, I'm going to use that spell component to cast Bane on it and the 2 nearest me.
Okay, and what does that do?
They need to make charisma saving throws.
And don't forget that it has to subtract 4.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And
what's the save for that?
The spell save DC is 12.
Okay, the beast just passes. It rolled a 13, even with -5, because it has a negative charisma as well as the negative 4.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got -1 charisma plus the -4 that you gave it, because I rolled an 18.
And the other 2?
Well, yeah, those are both in the thing as well. 1 meets beats, saves, and that one fails. One of them fails.
Okay, so he needs to roll a d4 and subtract the number from any attack rolls or saves.
Okay. All right.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon behind the Beast of First.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right. Tublin and Joblin, until this point, have been standing outside, and they suddenly spring very bravely on either side of the door and draw their bows. They're like, oh, Jesus, that thing's big. It shouldn't be too hard to fucking hit it. Let's give it a go, eh, Tublin? That is... Ooh, that's a hit. And that's a hit. Let's see if they actually give you guys any help at all. Okay. Okay. So both of them just like squat down dramatically and loose their short bows. An arrow each drives into a shoulder, and the beast just howls in pain. Fucking got him. This thing is, you would say it's severely wounded. And that is back to George. Wait, no, it's the beast's turn. It's the beast's turn. And who's closest? Yeah, okay. Okay.
Still blinded.
It is, yeah, it's blinded. Yep. And that gives me, where's my thing? Blinded is disadvantage on all rolls, right?
Right.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yes, and yes, and yes. Okay, so this thing just suddenly is like crouching and twisting and clawing at itself, and it just starts foaming at the mouth and is getting so frenzied and angry. And it is going to...
Over here, you oddly cute
One bite.
monster.
Hey,
Yeah. Plus.
Just imagine Van pops out of the.
Yep.
Oh, you called?
Does an 18 hit,
God.
Stefan?
Meets.
Okay. And that is what? Oh, okay. Okay, so this thing like reaches out and grabs you by the horn and the armor and opens up your fleshy, necky minotaur bit
Ooh.
and sinks its teeth into you for 12 points of biting damage.
I am going
Ouch.
to actually use my reaction at this point.
Okay, go ahead. What's it do?
And she's
Ow.
going to say something and say, I think that this is not a good idea for you. And cast silvery barbs. So
Okay.
I magically distract the creature and turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. That being our dear friend.
Okay, so he...
It must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll.
Okay. For the attack or for the...
The attack.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was already at disadvantage. Plus... Yep, that still hits,
Okay, but
even with the low roll.
however, so it was it Rizzle who was?
Yeah, Rizzle's the
Yeah.
attack.
I'm still going to choose Rizzle, and that creature now has advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw it makes within 1 minute.
Cool.
I would also like to use my reaction.
Okay.
Channel Divinity rebuke the Violet. Immediately after an attacker within 30 feet deals damage, an attack against a creature other than you, you can use your action to force them to make a Wisdom saving throw DC 12.
Okay.
Now we find out how wise a koala is.
Yeah, that's a 14.
On a failure, the attack takes radiant damage equal to damage
That was
dealt.
a pass, wasn't it? Yeah.
Half
sorry.
damage on success.
Okay, how much damage?
So half of whatever it just did to Rizzle
So 6.
Okay.
as radiant.
Okay. Jesus. All right. Well, does a dirty 20 does a hit, right, Rizzle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what is that? Oh, Jesus. Okay. I forgot how powerful this thing is.
Did you roll that one?
Exactly what you
Did you?
With disadvantage, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly what you want to hear is the DM is rolling damage on you.
Yeah, totally.
Plus what? Plus 4. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, that thing just did 20 damage.
Oh.
As it
I am down.
leans in and like that same bite mark, it digs its claws in. And then it wheels. Yeah? You've got something?
No, he just fainted.
He's got death.
Does an 18 hit Hillis?
And 18 does hit Hillis, yes.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Someone is going to need to do something after this.
I'm on it. I'll run.
Oh, run.
5 plus
Bravely run away.
4. 9 damage as it grabs you and just bites into an arm.
Ooh, don't like that.
Okay, yeah, that's a 17, so that plus whatever it is a hit. This thing has entered its once per day frenzy, which means it lashes out at anyone within 5 feet. And after this, it is exhausted, which means it will be a disadvantage for every attack and defense afterwards. And you will actually, no, yeah, you will receive advantage for every attack against it after it's expended this.
Is great for a rogue.
12 damage?
Another 12 damage?
Yep, that's from the claws.
Yeah, I am also down.
Oh no. Does a 25 hit Zell?
What do you think? She's a level 3 character.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Does a 17 hit Zell?
Yes.
Okay. I tried.
It's your $68 donations ready.
And what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it does 1 extra die of damage against an enemy it has seen cast a spell.
It hasn't seen me cast a spell, has it?
It was hiding in the rafters when you cast all those spells. Watching you. And you moved your spell.
Yeah.
12 damage.
Okay.
And that's another 25. Hang on. Oh, oh shit. Yep. Okay. You're lucky that I had to roll that with disadvantage, because the second roll was a nat 20. 1, 4.
Will not hit.
No, this is the damage.
Yeah. What was the first roll?
The first roll was 12 damage. And then the first there was an 17 plus 7,
okay.
And then I rolled a nat 20. And that's with the claws, so that's plus 4. That's 9 damage.
Total?
Yeah, for that second attack. And the third attack just whizzes past your face.
Ooh, okay.
And it's done. It's now, everyone now has advantage against this beast.
Oh, good, because I have 1 hit point left.
And it's, hang on, it's George's turn.
I bust out of the hay and I yell, "That's the last straw!" And I throw a psychic knife at it.
Okay, go ahead.
That is a 25 to hit.
Jesus, yep.
There's going to be... Oh, okay. That is 8, 12 plus 3, 15 damage in total with the sneak attack.
Okay, guess what, George? It's vulnerable to psychic damage.
Oh, so then that would only be 6 of that is psychic damage. But
that's still your
It's still
psychic
like 12
blade
points.
yeah,
just passes through the eye, and this thing shudders and sputters and groans and collapses on the ground.
We need to bail.
As it does that, the quolls all bail. They were only here at the call of the were drop bear. And as it dies, you see appear behind you a shimmering spirit. About 5 feet away from the body. And it looks to all of you. Hang on, let me get rid of this damn koala face.
a bonus action throw a psychic knife at it.
It passes through. It's a benign spirit.
9.5.
What? That's not what I want. That's better. Spirit looks to all of you and just, oh my, this was me? I'm so sorry for all the chaos. I wasn't myself, it appears.
Well,
I was
perhaps,
bitten by
makes it
something.
fine.
I thought it was a dog by the size of it.
well, perhaps I don't know what you can do exactly, but we've got two friends down here who are currently bleeding out, and I would like very much for you to heal them if you can.
I'm going to lay
mean-
hands on both of them for
Yeah.
5 points each.
I'm glad you could do that because I'm kind of dead. A couple of months ago in the city, I guess the thing that bit me was
So were we.
one of these. But thank you, friends. You've set me free. It's a shame that I'll have no time left for life, but at least I won't exist like that for any longer.
And
the spirit dissipates.
You should feel ashamed of yourself.
It is. It is very ashamed of itself.
Oh,
It
look,
was-
It's one of those cowards.
Just cowards. Then like
You-
gets himself up a little steady on his.
Managed to chop its head off and take it back and toss it onto the table in front of the cowardly council of First Peak. One of them vomits, the rest recoil and gasp. They try to haggle and try to be like, how do we know that that's the beast?
But did you want us to inspect its digestive tracts?
No.
Well, how
I'm
about we just say that I will get my friend here to chop your heads off if you don't give us the money?
Yeah,
Here.
I'll do it.
Here, take the bag, take the bag, take the bag.
Yoink.
I believe you.
Yeah.
And Andrea looks to the lot of you and is like, oh, thank you, friends. They may not have the respect that you deserve, but I'll forever be grateful. Anytime you want to come back to First Peak, you have a friend in a room here at the inn. Thank you for saving us. You
May Torm's blessing
Our
be on
job.
you all.
did it. You destroyed the beast.
Yeah.
And now, look, I'm going to say that I was surprised. That thing had 114 hit points. And you guys got it down to less than 50% in one round.
Yeah.
Monks, rogues.
Yeah, you messed it up. Well done. And it's a mage masher. So,
Ooh.
like, it does extra damage against wizards and anyone that's seen cast a spell. And if it hits you, if it hits you, you have to roll to avoid magic wasting.
Oh.
Well, we're really, really lucky our mage was wandering around out back then, aren't we?
All right. You don't know what? It was better than staring at the front of the thing, trying to figure out where the hell it was. And I was like, I'll just check around back, I suppose.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it
it's
was
a good
good.
spot.
Definitely.
I
No,
can
you
turn
definitely
invisible.
did.
I'll try it.
You did great. Like, I honestly, especially once it did frenzy, that's the first time I've used the frenzy. And just minced a few of you. I wasn't sure you were going to do it. But then when I remembered the psychic damage thing with George, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, it's gone.
I wouldn't have been able to help in a fight anyways. I took magic missile. That was it.
Magic missile's still good.
The rest was like, I was really hoping I could get back in there and make Rizzle large. I really wanted to get in there and
Well.
make somebody big.
That would have been pretty cool to have him stomped by Rizzle.
Would have been really right. Anybody. Zach was my second choice. Because I figured those are the strength-based people. And
Yeah.
when you're large, you get to do those advantage rolls. So
Well done, everyone. Thank you for playing today. It was a pleasure to have you all at the table. It's the second time I've got to run the official version of this adventure.
It was great. It
Thank
was a
you.
great time.
And thanks everyone for coming and making all those donations.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you,
Oh my
everyone,
gosh.
for all the donations. The
Yes,
chaos
that was fantastic.
was wonderful.
so great.
Oh yes. Absolutely.
Sending someone to the astral plane for the first time was fun.
It's not the weirdest thing she's saying.
And and stay tuned for the rest of the
Yes.
streams. It's going to be a really
Okay.
great week of streams.
In 30
Um,
minutes,
oh, yeah.
you can watch me play a completely different character with a completely different look.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Let's do a quick,
Fantastic.
very, very quick round robin so everyone can tell people where they can find them. Leia, where can people find you?
Cool. My name's Leia. You can find me on Twitter at Sorceress Sundry, where I paint stuff. Go check me out. That's about it. It's really
Stefan,
easy.
where can people find you?
I'm at D&D Nerd 4 on Twitter. I do fantasy and character art. Come have a look.
Moth, where can people find you?
I'm Moth. You can find me on Twitter at that Scarlet Moth. I am a cosplayer artist and I do dice designs for Level Up Dice, so you can follow me and see what I'm up to.
Awesome. George?
You guys can find me at Sir George Thee on Instagram and Twitter, and over on Split the Party on YouTube for more chaotic content.
Excellent. And you can also join the Split Party Discord to see the rest of the crew as well.
Yeah.
Okay, where can people find you?
Hey, I'm Kay, and you can find me at Critical K, K-A-E-double-K's, on the Bird app. And you can also catch both me and Zach Rules on Wednesdays on the Bard's Playhouse playing Sin City by Night, a V5 game. You can catch us both on Vorpal Tales, 11 p.m. on Saturdays for Cult, although not again until 4th. You can catch me on Vorpal Tales on Mondays at 11 p.m. for Delta Green. And then tomorrow, Monday, at 8 p.m., this is all in Eastern time, I should say, for all you Aussies, you can catch me for the finale of Parsling's Adagio.
Awesome. Zach, where can people find you?
Hi, I'm Zachary Naldred, he, him, TTRPG community content and future freelance writer. You can find me on Twitter and other various places at Zach Rules.
Awesome. And I'm Shaun Sunday. You can find me at Brainbeast Studios and some variant thereof on all social media. I also run a couple of Discords, the Australian Illustrators Discord, Australian Comics Creators Discord, and the Australian TTRPG Creators Discord. So if you are one of those things, hit me up for a link. Because we're trying to develop the Australian community a bit more. And of course, today's maps were made and the game was run using Arkenforge Tabletop. I am the social media manager there. And you can find them at Arkenforge or at Arkenforge Tabletop on all social media as well. So thank you everyone for playing. Thank you everyone for watching and donating. Thank you Meeples and Dragons for organizing everything. And thanks to Ardent Roleplay for hosting the channel. It's been a great time. Good luck to the next players.
Thank you, guys.